It just don't make sense, bro. Like people get on the internet and do the most, bro. And you know what's the worst part about it? It's always the people who have their page private and they got some cartoon or a cat or something stupid for a picture. You won't show your face and you won't let people see your feed. It was the one comment I was looking at, one goofy comment, and dude had like 42 followers. He following like 2,000, 3,000 people. Like you just here to talk sideways to people. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? You all your opinions are to be offered in comments where people can't see your face or any content that you create if you create any type of content or post anything. It's crazy.
And it's the keyboard warriors that don't have an image, that want to hide themselves, that have the most to say. If you want to say something, say it with your chest. Come and say it to me in real life. That's the one. Come and say it to me in real life and we have that discussion. But no, you want to hide behind the screen, behind the keyboard, tapping away and talking the most utter BS you can ever say. Oh yeah, and I see the comments. You know what? I deleted that comment. I shouldn't delete that comment. Like, come on now, how are you
Well,
comparing one? you was like, I'm not gonna take this today. It's all right, go on, delete.
I
But I
would,
already answered it. Like,
yeah, bro. I just wasn't trying to argue that we had just been arguing the day before with somebody that we actually respect a little bit,
a
but
little
then
bit.
turn around and this clown on here accusing, bruh, if you got a jaw full of meat, you ain't got enough words to tell somebody they got a jaw full of meat. Like get the
I
meat
just,
out your jaw before you try to talk.
don't have a jaw full of meat. Make sure your feet's on the streets. That's what I'm saying. Not your knees. Not Get off your knees, bro. Get off your knees.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's like dude said on Rush Hour, bro. Fight like a man. Put the gun down. Fight like a man.
Hey, welcome back to the Shoot On Podcast, episode 215 with me and the bro, 808 Kicks ATL. Please do like, follow, subscribe, come and chat to us. Let's have a conversation. Let's break it down like we always do. And as you can tell, we are having those conversations. There's the reels, the stories, and all that's working. And the conversations have been great at times, and conversations have been argumentative at times. And we like that. We like that, don't we, bro?
Yeah, ain't no problems. Ain't no problems, man. No problem.
It's not a problem. Just fast shoulders, bro. But please do follow us on all the social platforms. Love Kick Customs, 808 Kicks underscore ATL on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, all the ones that you want. And also, bro, what we're here to do this week.
Same thing we do every week, TJ. Try to take over the world.
Hey, I told you, it's working. It's working.
Nah, listen, man. It's it just get irritating sometimes, bro. I have thick skin, but I'm quick tempered. That's the problem.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
temper is very, very quick, bro. You know that. If y'all been listening or watching the podcast for any extended amount of time, y'all know, bro. I don't do disrespect. For one, I do not do disrespect. So when I feel slighted or disrespected, I be want to crash out, bro. Every time, like it's not, and it's only because it's online. Like in real life, it's a little different because there has to be some physical threat that go along with it. But online, even if a person offers you a physical threat, 99.9% of the time is nothing. Especially when a
Yeah,
person's
yeah.
scared to show their face. Like, show your face.
Yeah. I want to say one thing. You and me are exactly the same. You know how I would respond straight away, but
Yeah.
my missus is like read three times and respond once. That's what she says. Like read it three times over a period of like 5 or 10 minutes, and then
Look,
think
look.
about it.
The part she don't understand is the more you read it,
More you
that
get
temperature
annoyed.
keep going. That temperature gauge keep going higher and higher. The next thing you know, it's at 100. The gauge don't lower the more you read it. It goes up the more you read it on the internet. Like in real life,
Yeah,
somebody can say something, then you can think about it, and you can think about the person's face, or you can think about the person's demeanor when they say something,
yeah,
and you might be able to figure out something else. Maybe they had a different meaning or a different. They was coming at you in a different type of way.
yeah,
But
yeah.
online, bro, you just reading them goofy words.
That's the worst thing though. I was in the work kind of assessment, and they were talking about how you interpretate and how you communicate. And one of the most crucial things is if you want to talk to somebody, talk to them face to face. If you can't talk to them over the phone. But if you can't then talk to them, send them an email. That was a prescribed way of actually communicating, because you can read an email the wrong way, bro. Like when I'm talking about reading the email the wrong way, this has happened to me like a couple of weeks
Yes.
back as well. So I sent an email. This is work things. I sent an email, and I'm very like articulated. And I'm very like
Matter of
I
fact.
want. And I want to make sure things happen correctly, and we don't do the wrong things, because obviously the way I work and the place of work is all safety critical stuff. So when I sent an email to saying I'm not going to accept this work. And if it doesn't meet standard requirements and standard litigations and stuff like that, and that's it. Like if you and I'm gonna hold this work back, because if I'm not happy and I'm not accepting it, then I'm pretty sure the person that's gonna look after this in the long run is not gonna accept it. I got a call from the guy, and I said that out of truth of my heart to say, make sure you do the right thing, right? And all the email structure is make sure you do the right thing, because this is not on. I'm not happy. I'm getting told stuff from site. Blah 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 blah. And if this and overall blanket, and I've CC'd the people that need to know, because obviously it's a need to know basis. If you know this, you need to know this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I spread it to all the stakeholders. I got a call from the guy, and he goes, "What's your agenda?" And Mrs. just walked through the door, walking past, right? And she just stood there, and he goes, "That guy was really bad the way he talked to you." I said, "This is what I've been dealing with the past year." "Oh, what's your agenda? Why did you send that? Why did you put this guy?" I said, "Well, I did it because I needed to know that they knew the whole situation, because this is unacceptable. So what's your agenda?" I said, "I've got no agenda. My agenda is safety, and making sure that the part of the safety of the public is paramount." And then he starts saying stuff like, "Oh, you shouldn't do this." I said, "Oh, if you say so." I repeated that word 3 times in a row. If you say so, mate. If you say so, bro. His attitude was out of whack. I was like, "What the hell are you talking? What are you attacking me for? I'm just doing the right thing. Do the right thing."
What's your agenda?
I ain't got
See,
no agenda, bro.
no, I'm talking about him.
Oh yeah,
Cause
oh
see,
yeah.
cause see, the problem is people mistake the phrase by any means. People say and do things by any means as if the phrase is whatever it takes. Whatever could be anything. Whatever doesn't mean correctly. Whatever means
No,
cut corners, bypass. By any means necessary is the key word in that phrase. You have to take the necessary steps to get things done. When you cut corners and when you BS your way through things, that's when mistakes happen. And in your line of work, mistakes equal lives. Lives impacted and potentially lives lost. It's the same thing with me. When I talk to my guys and I'm trying to express to them the protocols, these things are for your protection and for the assurance of the clients.
yeah,
This
yeah,
ain't
yeah.
stuff we just making up. or pulling out our
No,
back pocket at the last second.
but the problem is like this is one thing I'm gonna go over on the side note. This is one thing I hate for where I work. They all concentrate about money. It's always making sure we have the
Always.
budgetary requirements that we have this year for next year. And the way we work is absolutely ridiculous because you gotta spend the money, and if you don't spend the money, you won't get it next year.
Mm-hmm.
Like why have we got that in the first place? And secondly, my whole responsibility is quality assurance, quality for engineering, and assurance for safety. Those three things. If you can't meet those three things, I ain't accepting it. And however much you want to complain, however much you want to cut corners, if I see you cut a corner, I'm pulling you up straight away. And that's my agenda: the safety for the public, the safety for the service, and also quality assurance and getting quality for money. Because like when you start spending money, I can go down a rabbit hole with this. When you start spending money, right, and you start spending taxpayers' money, and then all of a sudden your the life expectancy is reduced because you cut corners. That's going to be back in our program in the next 15 years rather than 50 years. And all of a sudden you're compounding issues, you're compounding work, and now you're struggling to kind of deliver a railway or deliver a service to the public that is going to be effective for the taxpayers' money. That's what I'm worried about. But you're worried about spending that money. There's a difference between what my agenda is and what your agenda is, and that kind of really rattles me up because I'm paying taxes to make sure that service is fucking fine, right? But you're paying taxes to make sure what are you doing?
Bro, people got their priorities in the wrong
Whacked.
place.
Yes, bro. Yes,
That's
bro.
all it is to it.
Because but I don't care if we under deliver this year. I don't care because I want to make sure we deliver correctly and efficiently and effectively so that we have a service that we provide to the public that is going to be on point. That's what I care
But
about.
you know what? We like you just said, we can go on and on. Uh, we don't need to go down the business management rabbit hole because this
Oh,
will be a never ending conversation. I promise you.
bro, I could run that company with my eyes closed, way more effectively if I was in charge. We won't have the issues we have today with the way I would run that. But no, we want to spend that money in it. So you go spend that money, like make it
It can
worse.
be
I'm only there
it
for
can be
next.
spent.
Hey,
It could be spent. Anyway, ethics,
okay,
man. Be ethical. The point that we're trying to make is be ethical in life. Whether you
yeah,
at work or whether you thumb thugging, be ethical. Especially
yeah,
you
that's the
thumb
one.
thugs out there. Cause y'all ain't tough. It's easy to tell because you ain't got no picture. Your page is private. And you be so ready to talk crazy if somebody comments. You look like a square. Shout out to the people who show their face and their page is public and they still talk crazy. You get a lot more respect from me with a public page and a picture of yourself and videos of yourself and your voice than these thumb thugs who hide their life from the world and want to talk crazy
They
like they
thumbtacks, bro. You need to
damn
just
thumb
push him.
thugs.
You need to just push him against the wall and leave him there.
Hey, there's a button. There's a function on all these platforms called block. You working on it. You working on it. It's okay too. It's okay. I'm willing to lose one participant to the cause. It's okay because we do this because we love it. You know what I'm saying? It's not to argue with people or to prove ourselves right or whatever. Like the conversation with the guy. I can't think his name. Let me see. I got my Instagram pulled up. Let me see if I can find it real quick. We was talking about jeans, and
Yeah.
I do want to shout him out because he was real um, talkative. C. Dot 1995.
Shout to.
His page is private with no picture, but he wasn't coming at us sideways. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't. He was offering opinion. He was offering information from his perspective, and when I didn't necessarily disagree with him, it was more of a to each his own type thing because we was talking about jeans and styles and sizes and stuff like that. And I respected everything he had to say. Um, and at the end of the conversation, I landed on well to each his own because clearly he has a style that he's trying to go for and go with.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily where I am, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? Buy what you like, rock what you like. That's what I mean. It's that phrase can be applied to different aspects as well as drip is subjective. And that's what I left him with. Drip is subjective. Drip is subjective. I came up with that phrase akin to buy what you like, rock what you like. Because you don't have to like how I put it on.
No.
You don't have to like the purchases that I make. I don't have to like the purchases that you make or the way you put it on. Drip is subjective. Buy what you like, rock what you like. It's okay to have a difference in opinion. It's okay to have a difference in style. If everybody wore the same thing, where would we be?
We'll have a conversation, bro. We'll just be like, all right, cool, you wearing that? Okay, you're wearing that. Let's go.
Right. No two people are the same. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
So how was your week, man?
My week was good. Obviously, work is always going to be challenging. I would say if you're in a work position that's challenging, always challenge the parameters. Always make sure the right things are getting done, even though people don't believe the right things are getting done, or they believe you're doing you're being a blocker, or you're basically being negative with what they're proposing. Always challenge things that you don't believe are correct, because sometimes
you're going back.
No, yeah. But that's the one thing. That's the one thing I just want to say. Always make sure you challenge stuff that you don't believe in. But my week's been good. No sneaker pickups, which is awesome at the moment. I've not picked up anything for a little while. I'm just prod is progressing. But we were talking about nostalgia things, and Mrs. came up to me this week and she said, "Oh, look at this." And I said, "What's this?" It was like a gacha. You know what gachas are?
No.
Gachas are blind boxes. So it's like you buy something blind box, but you have an option to get
Mystery
a range
box.
of things. Mystery box, yeah, blind box, mystery box. And she was like, "Oh, Kodak's got a blind box, and they've got these small cameras, and they're 1.6 megapixel." And I thought, let me do some research. And they've got blind box for the 1982, I think, the blind box for the 1987 cameras, and a blind box for the 2000 cameras. I think they're the millennial cameras. Bro, I was on it. I was like, right, cool. I ordered 2 straight away, which 2 come in. And I said, I can't wait. So I just dropped to the car with the missus and went to the local Jessups, which is, they do the Kodak stuff. And I got 2 myself. Bro, this is awesome, bro. This is called the Kodak. If you guys are listening to this, go and look up the Kodak Chimera, right? It's a keychain. Yeah, so that, there you go. Chimera, right? So Chimera. What it is, like CHARMERA, right?
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be pronounced well, you know what a chimera is, right?
Yeah. So this is awesome,
it's
bro.
Tiny.
Yeah, it's a keychain, right? It's a keychain, but it's tiny as hell, and it works.
It's a digital camera?
It's a 1.6 megapixel camera. It does recordings as well, and the pictures come out vintage as crazy, bro. Look, I'll click it here. Hold on. Let me just click this, and you can see the screen. It works. It literally works, bro. And I'm gonna take a picture and I'll send it to you guys, or I'll send it to Q later. And it takes a 1.128 gigabytes SD card, and it's USB chargeable, bro. This is awesome, bro. I'm not even joking. There's 7 different variations: yellow, red, yellow, red, blue, black. This whitish, a grayish. This is bone white, grayish, and a see-through. Bro, like I've got another two coming, and then you can also get a mini kit that you can kind of like on Amazon, buy it and literally put it around the lens, and you can have little small lens attachments, so you can actually go wide and narrow. And like, bro, it's crazy. The second pair I'm gonna get, I might actually mod that to actually have a proper camera lens on it as well. But this is some crazy. Look how little this is on my keychain. I can wear it. I could probably put it on my chain like this, have it around, boom, snap, and I've got a chain long enough that's perfect for this. That's gonna go there anytime, any place, snapping pictures. And the pictures I put on, I took the SD card out, put it on my laptop, and it just comes out like very like vintage with the date on the bottom as well, bro. This is so sick.
I could say something negative, but I'm gonna shut up to let you enjoy yourself.
It's $35, bro. No, £35. That's it.
So you say you bought two. What's the other one?
Oh, that's coming in the post. But Mrs. got the grey one. I've got this one, and I got another two coming. So I'm gonna see what they are. So I don't know what they're gonna be.
So they all small like that?
Yep, all small like that.
Oh, I'm thinking you talking about a full size camera.
Nah, they're all small like that, bro.
So what's the
put it in YouTube.
What's the difference in the years? Just the colorways, the different years?
Oh yeah. So every year has a colorway that was popular for Kodak for that camera. So the 1987s have got different variations. The millennial ones have got the millennial look for cameras for Kodak, and 1982s have got the 1982 colors for the camera. And the 1982 ones has a pop-up flash. So you basically when you start taking a picture, you can pop up the flash. This doesn't got a pop up. Though it pops up the flash, so you can actually take a photo with the flash.
Man, you oversold that.
What do you mean oversold that?
You making it seem like it's a full size vintage camera that you're gonna get or something, like a 82 camera, 87 camera. Like, nah, bro.
Hold on. Let me pull them up. Let me pull it out for you.
No,
I think it's absolutely
no.
awesome.
I don't want to see it. I ain't saying it's whack or nothing. It ain't whack. But the way you broke it down was like you getting the actual vintage camera, not just a vintage development. Or I mean, it's still a digital camera. That was gonna be my critique. Like you can do that same stuff with the phone.
Oh yeah, you can do the same thing with the phone, but with this one, it's on your keychain, it's on your car keys, anywhere you want. Bang, 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 bang. You can do it with your phone, but it gives a whole retro nostalgic feel to the pictures as well. The pictures themselves are obviously 1.6 to 1.6 megapixels, which is very very like the pictures come out like you're in the 80s, pretty much. Very very like old vintage stuff. So I like that aesthetic.
It better be like a proprietary filter or something like that on there. They using something unique to the Kodak brand that they doing. That would be the only. That would be the only way I ain't gonna hate on it. This because I know your old lady. She into retro. I mean, I'm saying her like she the only one. We are all into retro things and nostalgia stuff that we missed from back in the day. But you had me thinking you finna pull out a whole Kodak camera.
I wish, bro. She's also looking like, bro. She looked at the Super 8. Hey,
bro, it's a shop. You can get that stuff.
There's no.
That I know of. I ain't gonna say where it's at. In what they like to call the Metro Atlanta area. It's not in the city of Atlanta, but it's probably about 30 minutes or 30, 40 minutes away from my crib. Dog. It's a vintage store that's probably 15-20% photography related. They have cameras from the early 1900s, like 1920s and 30s cameras, actual phonograph machines, not record players, actual phonographs from way back in the day. I'm talking about it's stuff in that store well over 100 years old, and it's priced that way too. I'm talking about the cameras where you blow the bulb every time you want to flash. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like
yeah, that's
the
old
real
stuff,
vintage
man.
stuff,
That's
bro. I'm
proper
talking about
vintage,
yeah, cameras from the 30s, 40s, 20s that them folks want. You gonna have to get them 1,000, 1,200, $1,300 to get your
bro.
hands on this stuff.
I do, Mrs. is still living in her nostalgia era, which is the 80s and 90s, and this was all up at Upper Street, and I can totally understand. She's even looking at Super 8 photography or videography, and I'm like, it looks so vintage, like the old vintage, like tapes that you get and recordings that you get, because she used to have it back in the day. And I looked up the camera. Tell me why this camera's $6,000, bro. Six
Yeah,
grand for a Super 8 camera. Like, what?
yeah. Cause you
But
ain't that many left. Like we had to think about it's the same thing with sneakers, bro. This is perfect for us because we understand that I just saw a post where somebody has an original LA Gears Moonwalker pair.
sheesh.
LA Gears made a sneaker for the Moonwalker movie for Michael Jackson, and somebody has that pair. Imagine how much it would cost for you to get that pair. You know what I'm
That's crazy.
saying? Like
With the studs
people,
and everything, bro. Like, that's crazy.
no. It looked like a regular LA Gear sneaker, and when I saw it, I'm like, wait a minute, did I have that shoe? And it just got me to thinking. I feel like I had that sneaker because my mama is a big Michael Jackson fan. Like Michael is her goat. So when I saw it, I'm like, wait a minute. I feel like I had that shoe. And it made me feel so crazy to think when I was a kid, however old I was when Moonwalker came out in the late 80s, like, damn, I had that shoe. And I had no idea. I wasn't a sneakerhead then. Like shoes were a means to an end to me as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Because it meant status, it meant coolness, it meant acceptance in a lot of ways. Growing up in the hood, we talk about this all the time. Growing up in the hood, material things mean more or as much, if we being honest, as they do as an adult. And it don't change. You know what I'm saying? These things that happen that are produced that are never reproduced go up in value once they hit vintage status. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So when we talking about cameras, when we talking about media like CDs and records and tapes and all this stuff that were produced back then, there's stuff that was made in the 90s that's worth way more than the stuff that's going to be produced now and in the future.
Exactly that. Like, talking about retro stuff. I'm talking about vinyls. Apparently, the vinyl just got delivered to you, bro, as well. Apparently,
Hold
so
on, hold on. Yes, the vinyls did come. You want me to open it?
it's go on, bro. Do a live unboxing. This is why we love retro stuff. Look at that. Look at that. So you know when we say we're plugged in, we always plugged in. When Q needs something, I got him. I need Q's up, he's got me. So this obviously everybody knows Jay-Z's 30th anniversary from Reasonable Doubt, and he had a Target exclusive that released. There you go, bro. He had Target exclusive that released only in the States, and I put the order in and got it shipped to Q, and Q's gonna bring that for me next year when he comes over. That's the white vinyl that for the 30th anniversary. I've got the original Reasonable Doubt coming to me directly. That's the weird thing about it. It was a Target exclusive. I could order it, but I can't get it shipped to me. So it's good to have a plug in the US.
Speaking of Target exclusive, I got my wife ordered two of these and two of the the originals also.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna need y'all to figure out what side y'all on, because people out here, y'all let y'all consumerism zigzag across different platforms. Now, I'm not advocating for Target. I'm not, because what Target did was some bullshit. But y'all still shopping on Prime Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Y'all still go to Walmart. Y'all buying iPhones and shit. Y'all driving Teslas. So if you stop shopping at Target, sell your Tesla. Sell your iPhone. Get rid of your iPhone.
Oh, bro, I'm already like me, and Mrs. Next upgrade is not gonna be an iPhone. It's gonna be next couple of weeks. No, not next couple of years. But we're not getting an iPhone.
I ain't even talking.
Hundred
I ain't
percent.
even talking about you. I ain't even talking about, because
Oh
Apple is its
no, I
own
know.
thing. But Steve Jobs wasn't a angel, and neither is I can't think of his name. I was just talking about him with my wife. The CEO of Apple right now, he's a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all driving around these Elon mobiles. We know he a piece of shit, the richest piece of shit on the planet.
Oh, bro, can I talk on SpaceX? Can I talk how much about bullshit that was? How we triggered the
Bro,
retail investors, bro. My missus was like, "Is it worth investment?" I took me half an hour to do a bit of research. I said I ain't touching that shit for one because I don't like that guy, and
it
secondly, I ain't touching that
crashed.
shit because no, I knew it was gonna crash. I knew
It crashed in two
you
weeks.
overinvested. But bro, he locked in everybody for like was it a month or 3 months, one of the two. He locked them in. This because I don't know whether I don't know the time frames, but he locked everybody in, and in terms of the retail investors, said, you know what, invest in this. This is gonna hit 1 trillion, and then within 2 weeks it crashed, and all the retail investors lost their money. And I like, you must have been dumb to invest in that. Absolutely stupid. That was overly hyped. And the first time the stock like that or IPO like that is actually being forced through, and you won't invest in that? What?
And destroyed people's 401ks, because a lot of companies automatically invested in it, which automatically added it to your portfolio. And when it crashed, that's your money that the company put in for you without you having to sign off on it or
Bro,
sign up for it.
red flag number one, his alignment with political alignment. Red flag number two, he said Doge is gonna make the people rich if they invested. That was bullshit. Red flag number three, SpaceX. You believe the guy that said Tesla will be driving self driving automobiles and with robots by
Bro,
the time it was 2023 or 2024, and he ain't delivered? You believe that guy?
bro, a Tesla just crashed into a lady's house in Texas. Um, Let me get her name. Martha Martha Alvia. Matter of fact, I remember it. Just killed a lady, bro. Crashed into the house. Martha Avila in Texas, 76 years old. Dude was driving a Tesla in autopilot, which was supposedly discontinued a couple years ago. Probably had some aftermarket version downloaded on the car. Crashed into a house, bro, and killed a grandmother. She's standing in her house. That's all she was doing, was standing there in her house. And here come this Tesla crashing through the front of the house. Like what? Come on,
Let's
bro. And that's only one case. That's only the most recent case. This ain't the first time it's happened. It's happened multiple times, many times. This has happened where these Teslas
bro.
malfunctioning and killing people.
He bought X or Twitter that we know, right?
Yeah,
Or
these same
previously
people
known
on
as
Twitter
Twitter.
too. They
Yeah,
on there,
bro, his political agenda is crazy. The way he came over to the UK and rallied for the far right, I can go on, and you wouldn't believe this guy. You wouldn't believe a guy that spills myths and prophecies and then doesn't deliver.
bro.
You
I
just
just
been
got to
played.
reading.
You
I
just
just
got
got to reading a
played.
story. I just got to reading a story where these MAGA bots are intentionally directed to attack black creators.
Oh yeah, I also read a story the other day about how AI is being politically like
Come on, bro.
racially biased, bro.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Wake up, people! These people ain't good for you.
Target Target is not the worst
Target
of
is
the
not your
lot.
enemy. You should have your targets on somebody else.
Right. Listen to the man
Oh,
who's
by the way,
telling the truth.
if the same people that are biased to Target need to realize that all your artists are on sale on Target. All your artists basically sell their vinyls on Target. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
The hypocrisy on Jay-Z is crazy, bro. And all that guy does is try to educate you. And if you listen to his music, he tries to educate you, and you just want to hate on somebody that was educating, elevating the community. You're crazy, bro.
Check it. Check it. Whether you like Drake or Kendrick, you got to go to Target to get the album either way. Cause
What are we talking about?
ain't that many places selling vinyl unless you can get it direct from the artist.
And this is how they fool you, because they basically tell you who to target and not to target them, because if you know what you know, you shouldn't be targeting the first places you're targeting. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Right. And y'all want to get mad at me because I keep buying brand new Nikes. I ain't even seen these. You know what they is. You know what they is.
Is that number 95? Yes, he is.
If I can get it to focus.
Go on, just pop them up, bro. I can't see the labels. Just pop them out. It's a double unboxing, bro.
You already know what it is, man. Air
Hey, the
Max
woven.
95 woven joints.
Whew, they're hard.
Have a look at that. Have a look at that.
And the 95
Damn,
run shall continue.
man.
Bro,
I might wear these tomorrow. You hear me?
let me put out a statement. Once we're gone as a generation, there won't be no nostalgia 90s or 80s stuff left, bro. Like, if you peep it, what the younger generation gonna be nostalgic over?
It'll be there, bro. It'll
You
be there.
reckon?
You have, yeah, we got outliers. Man, these are hard. These are so hard. Oh, I didn't even know the swoosh was purple.
No,
Um,
seriously, if somebody put a collage together and said the 80s and 90s had the best innovations and products, and like we still look at that today, bro. In 2026, Air Max ones, Air Max 90s, Air Max 97s, 95s, the ones that you want to come back, 96s, the Jordans. Like we live in a generation where we're so nostalgic. After that, like some of these youngsters don't even know what cassette players are, bro. Forget vinyls.
yeah, but it's not everybody. Listen, I just got through watching. I just got through yesterday. I'm scrolling through YouTube as I normally do, and come across a short where this dude, who apparently is a young guy, but his hairline looks 65. I mean, dude talking trash, and his hairline deeper than mine. Um, and he was trashing Air Max ones and pennies and um just a bunch of retro sneakers, Grant Hill Filas and all this stuff. He just talking reckless about this stuff. I opened the comments. There was not a single person who agreed with him. The whole comment session was roasting him. And then YouTube proceeded to throw me like 2 or 3 more of his videos. No, not interested. Not interested. Not interested. I'm about to block him. If I see him come pop up on my timeline again, I'm blocking him. Like, bruh, don't nobody want to hear that shit. You probably ain't even got 5 sneakers to rub together. Trying to tell people what they should and shouldn't be wearing.
I anywhere that's roasting vintage sneakers like that. I'm gonna call them vintage because like we're talking about 20, 30 years worth of like like Air Max 95s of 30 years plus. Anybody that's roasting them, roast them. You can roast them, but come up with an alternative that's better than that.
Look, look.
You
He was
can't.
ta- he was talking shit about Air Max ones and then said Air Max 97s are better. Do you know what the 97 on Air Max 97 means? You fucking moron.
Oh, you can't make this up, bro. You can't make this up. But yeah,
Bro,
we divulge because we could talk about this. Like, okay, new focus for everybody. If you want to trash something, come with a better alternative. If you can't, just keep it zipped. That's all I'm saying.
and that dude probably wear them Walmart Avias that these folks
Bro,
who
he's probably start talking about the what you call it, New Balance and Asics, and you don't realize the historical value of New Balance and Asics.
fuck them folks. Shout out to Jorge Campos. He's fire.
Yeah, they're fine.
These are fire, bro. Speaking of fire, last time we parted, shout out to Kali.
Shout out to Connie, yeah. Very educational.
I told y'all I was on the way to the Dream game that day. Dream versus the Fever. Whoop that ass. We was up by 20 something. The referees kept cheating, trying to keep the Fever in the game. What I'm talking about BTA. But we end up winning by I think like 7 or 8. But we was putting belt to ass majority of well, I ain't gonna say majority. At one point they was up by like 10. The second half started, we ended up with a 20-point lead, 20+ point lead. Whoop that ass. You hear me?
Sheesh.
Yeah. A lot of stars in the building. Shout out to Angel. Y'all already know.
Hey.
Already know. Shout out to Angel Reeves. Shout out to Alicia Gray, who is injured right now. We hoping for a speedy recovery for Alicia. Um, Ryan Howard, Jordan Canada, Tahina Pow Pow, the whole squad. Nas Hillman, my girl name Medina. We had Dominique in the building. Dominique Wilkins, that is one of my personal favorites. The Atlanta GOAT, the Atlanta Hawks GOAT, Dominique Wilkins was in the building. Big Lotto was in the building. The Atlanta mayor, Andre Dickens, was in the building. He always at the game though. Clarissa Shields, the GOAT, the women's boxing champion, Clarissa Shields, was in the building, who, by the way, is having her next fight at State Farm. Shout out to the GOAT. So yeah, we went to that game. It was dope. Great atmosphere. Very, very similar to the Hawks game atmosphere. Fabo performed at halftime. He did Laffy Taffy. He did Spaceships on Bankhead. He did Bet You Can't Do It Like Me. Fabo, Atlanta legend. He's still flipping his leg up by his shoulder too, at probably almost 50 years old. So it was just an whole Atlanta situation. It was so satisfying to see them Indiana Fever fans leaving early because they realized Mel Gibson wasn't gonna be able to bring them back. And yeah, I said it. I said it. She looked like Mel Gibson. Fight me.
The older new variation of Mel Gibson.
The over. She looked like young Mel Gibson. The white girl that was number 22. I ain't gonna say her name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. She
Hey.
got a Nike shoe out too. She had her Nike shoes on. They look trash on court. Trash. Huh? Angel had her new colorway on. Fire. Fire. Yeah,
Hey.
that's me picking Reebok over Nike because Angel, the Peach
Yeah. Oh,
Barbie.
by the way,
Hold on. Hold
go
on.
on, go on.
That was Saturday. Turn around Monday, my wife's birthday. Shout out to the dancing
Hey.
lady.
Shout out to the dancing lady.
Monday morning, we get a text message from our Hawks agent. Hey, y'all want to go to the Dream game tonight? Do we? Atlanta Dream versus Toronto Tempo. More BTA.
Belty
I'm
ass.
more BTA. The referees couldn't help them. They tried. And I told you, remember a couple episodes ago, when I told you that chick pulled Angel Reese down. And I warned her not to do that. If she did that in Atlanta, it was going to be trouble. She was on her best behavior. She was on her best behavior. She
You
knew
got to
not to
be.
play around.
You got to be, bro. You got to be.
She knew not to play
You,
around. And Angel didn't have the best game. The referees was picking on her. But we still won. Medina Okot. Oh, I'm sorry. That's who I was missing. Don Staley was in attendance at that Indiana game. And she brought the South Carolina University women's basketball team with her. They was all in attendance. Medina played for her. Ryan Howard played for her. Um, Boston, Aaliyah Boston, who played for the Fever, played for her. So she was just there in support of her former players and brought her current players with her. Shout out to Don Staley, legendary Don Staley. Um, yeah, so then draft night was Tuesday, NBA draft night, right back in State Farm Arena for the Atlanta House draft party. The very
hey.
next day, my Hawks, we did well. We did well. We drafted a point guard with the eighth pick in the NBA draft. I was looking to get a big man, but we went in a little bit of a different direction. So shout out to Kingston Flemings. Hopefully he can be the point guard for the future for my Hawks. We also drafted we did get a couple big men in the draft. We drafted what's my guy first name? I can't remember his first name. Edgefor from St. John's, 6'8" power forward, energy guy. Drafted him also at the 23rd pick. And we got another big in the second round from North Carolina. I can't remember his name either. These people all new. It's okay though. It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
If y'all care, go to NBA.com and look at the draft tracker. Damn it. I can't. I'm sorry. Zuby Ejiofor from St. John's, and my guy from we actually traded that second round pick and got the big man out of North Carolina. So we looking pretty good right now. We got a bunch of free agents. We got to secure. Um, we did sign CJ McCullum to an extension, so he'll be with us for at least 3 more years. I don't know about we should sign Kaminga. I don't know about Lindell and Mogay, as if y'all know who these people are. I'm just doing my hawk shit right now.
Yeah,
But
it's fine, bro.
as far as the NBA trade deadline, not trade deadline, the beginning of the free agency is concerned, and moves being made. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been traded, or it will be traded to the Miami Heat. No
Yeah,
boy
Appear so.
Giannis in Milwaukee, just in time for the Nike Freak 8 to release. Giannis will be playing in Miami this season. Also, Julius Randle is out in Minnesota, and LaMelo Ball is in. LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards on the same team. This YN Central in Minnesota.
That's trouble, bro. That's
Bro,
trouble, brewing.
trouble. And these dudes done had sneaker beef. Remember, because Ant-Man dissed everybody on his commercials. Like, he got
Oh
smoked
yeah.
everybody sneaker-wise. Now, he
Oh
did
yeah.
this Mellow. They went back and forth on Twitter. Adidas and Puma went back and forth on Twitter. And now LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards on the same team. Goodness gracious.
Bro, this is why you don't be hostilic to people, because you never know where they end up. They could be your boss, or they could be your underlings, or it could be your workmates one time. So you don't diss them, bro.
Bro, it's crazy. It's getting real crazy in the NBA off season right now. I don't know what to say. Kawhi Leonard will probably end up getting traded. He causing
needs
trouble.
to play. He needs to play more, man.
He need to take them damn New Balances off. He can stay healthy.
Bro, one thing I do enjoy is the brands battling on social platforms. It's quite funny. We'll get into that later, but that is fun to see. That's fun to see. I like that. That was your NBA roundup. This is my footballing roundup today. The teams that have gone through, Mexico and South Africa have gone through. South Korea could potentially still go through. They're in the best top 8 to runner-ups, which is great. They could still go through. Switzerland went through. Canada finished second. I think the Canadians drew with Bosnia, and then and Switzerland drew with Qatar. That guaranteed Swiss and Canada. Bosnia still could go through because they've won 4 points as well.
They are.
They could be best. They are through
because we got USA got Bosnia in the first game.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get into that in a bit. Brazil, Morocco are through. Morocco looked dangerous, bro. Morocco looked dangerous. Scotland still could go through. They're the last of the best of the 8 of runners up. But there's still games to play, and they still could get knocked out. So they're on a knife edge at the moment. And then United States have gone through with Australia and Paraguay, and let's just say they got humbled by Turkey the other day.
We rested a lot of starters,
and so did Turkey, and that's the whole point. So
we got yellow cards. So they rested a bunch of the starters with yellow cards as to not have to miss games in the tournament portion of the World Cup. So,
but the really funny thing on the social platforms right this moment in time is the gusto the United States fans have got with their team, with the thing they think they have with their team, and then they do these arguments between the rest of the world and the United States, because obviously when the United States gets involved, sometimes some of your fans say you're the best in the world and you would win everything, and all of a sudden it doesn't happen. But let's just see what happens with that. But yeah, Turkey played a really good match. Turkey played a really good game. I watched it 3-2. It eventually ended up 3-2. It was good. Germany went through as well against Ivory Coast. Germans got beat by Ecuador. The Ecuador looked strong. I'm talking like I think they were more up for it than the Germans were, because obviously Germany already qualified. They didn't really have a game. It was like a dead rubber for them. So Ecuador needs to win that.
Who are the big stars on these teams?
So you mean so you got the Germans who got like Wirtz, they got Kai Havertz, they got a couple of other great players. You got Carlos, they got Neuer as well, who's in goal. And Neuer made a mistake. Ecuador have got Valencia, who's is ancient now, absolutely ancient player, but he's a heritage player, absolutely dope. But Ecuador got a good team, and Ivory Coast obviously went through. I knew Ivory Coast was going to do something. I definitely knew they were going to do something this year. They were one of my dark horses, and I African team as well. Also, Netherlands smashed it, bro. Absolutely smashed it. They got a couple of good like Liverpool players in their team as well.
don't care about
Gakpo's in
Netherlands.
there. Hey.
We don't care
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
the
Well,
Netherlands.
okay. You know, Mars. We love you. But bro, Japan looks strong, bro. They got I can't remember the playmaker they got in midfield. Like they've got a very good, compact, technical team. They are very good, man. Very good. Watch out for them. And obviously Sweden's gone through as well. Sweden's got Jokeres. They've got what do you call it? Isak as well as Olanga, which is all like they were players that got bought last year. They went that front lineup's nearly worth a billy, bro. Or half a billy, sorry. That's crazy. So that they just about got through. And I think today's games are Belgium, Iran, Egypt, and New Zealand. The time recording, and it's gonna be quite interesting because also France smashed it today, bro. France looked deadly, man. I'm not even joking. Dembele getting that hat trick. Mbappe not scoring today. I don't know if he played or not. I missed the match because I was snoozing. They smashed Norway 3-1, and Norway are a good team. Norway was already through. Senegal could be possibly through as well, which is great because they got 3 points with two goal aggregate, so they could potentially get through that as well. They're in strong position to get through. And then tomorrow is the big ones. You got England, Argentina, and talking about Argentina, Messi missed a chance to get another hat trick against Austria. Missed the penalty, but got 2 goals again, which is crazy, bro. That guy, that for 38-year-old is crazy, bro.
I was about to say,
against Mbappe. Yeah,
he almost 40, bro, and he's still out there kicking y'all ass.
he play. The thing is, the way he plays is the way he's always played. Like ball control on point, hard to get the ball off him. Dribbling, vision wise, is exactly. I would say he's matured over the time.
But his pace can't be the same.
Exactly, but the thing is football. You can lose pace, but you can't lose football intelligence. And when you have that, when you have that in abundance, and I've seen it over the years, when you have that in abundance, it's hard to beat that because football intelligence gets you to the ball half a yard quicker than any other player. And have you got that football intelligence in abundance, and you've got the pace, you don't need the football intelligence to kick in. But when you start losing your legs later in life, when you start losing the pace, I'm seeing that with a lot of pacey strikers. When they haven't got that football intelligence, they lack the ability to get to the ball quick enough. But when you've got that in abundance, and you know exactly how to maneuver yourself and how to get in the areas and how to get to the position, like a lot of great players do. I'm not even talking about Messi. I'm talking about a lot of great players over the years do. You don't need the pace, bro, because you're there. You're there in that right place and at the right time because you know you need to be there. And once you hit that spot, that's when the goals came in. That's when you get that assist in the past. And when you got that in abundance, like all the top greatest players have ever had, it's hard to beat that. And then when you talk about 20 years ago, and shout out to this is why I give credit for managers. Shout out to Arsene Wenger, who came over as an Arsenal manager and revolutionised football nutrition in the UK. And I pretty much he brought the European philosophy into the Premier League. And it's players back in the 30 years ago would retire when they're 28 or 29 or 30. Now you're seeing the same players with the best nutrition in the world, with the best physios, the best kind of attributes into the footballing world, now perform at the highest level in their 35s, 36s, and the best players who have got that ability will keep playing on until they can't play any longer. And this is why you see players like Messi and even Van Dijk, our defender, who's a Dutch player. He's running about 34 years old. He's a defender. You need to have that pace and the intelligence to stop these youngsters getting through, bro. Like that's a hard job. See what I'm saying? So if you can keep up with the pace and you got the footballing ability and intelligence, the world's your oyster, pretty much. So that's crazy, bro. To see someone like Messi keep smashing it in at the age of 38, and I've saw a lot of posts about Premier League fans saying, "I would love to have Messi in our team. I would even spend about a 50 to 60 million to get him in because he's still got that ability." Right this moment in time to be a game winner and a match changer, and you can see it with Argentina. And the one thing with Argentina you can see, and there's a difference with the Argentina team, and I even think this French team as well. They play for Messi. Like you gang up on Messi, they're on you, bro. They will on you. Like, come on, he's like almost. I wouldn't like to say God level, but he's up there. Just people love him. Yeah, he's the GOAT. People love him to the point that they won't play for him. They won't support him. And if you check his history of how far he's come with the Argentinian team, you'd realize that it wasn't always like that. He retired when he was in his mid 30s. He retired from football because he said, "I'm never going to win this. I'm never going to win the World Cup, and I'm always getting hate." And they all begged him back. Argentina turned around and begged him back, and then he came back and won a World Cup last year, or 4 years ago. So,
and now he plays in the MLS for Miami, showing other players how to do it. Like, and that's so admirable of him to take, because I'm pretty sure it's a huge pay cut. Like, Inter Miami can't afford to pay him what the other teams around the world in bigger leagues, way bigger leagues, would be able to pay him. MLS is not the smallest league in the world, we know, but it's nowhere near the biggest league in the world. So for him to come to the US and play for Inter Miami says a lot about his personality, when he could have just went home, or he could have been somewhere in the Premier League with one of those teams stealing money, essentially, because he knows better teams are willing to pay him bigger dollars just because of his name, where he will be in a league with higher competition where he may not be able to sustain a certain level of play. He dropped himself down to almost, I say, a mid-tier versus the highest tier of football. So that's just one reason why I respect Messi the way I do. I don't know all that much about him. I've heard his name for years. And anytime you hear his name, it comes along with being one of the best players in the world. There are a lot of other younger players, Mbappe just being one of them. I hear a lot of people saying Mbappe may end up surpassing Messi at some point.
Yeah, I think he will. In terms of goal delivery, Mbappe is amazing. He scored 8 goals in the last World Cup, and this think about this. Messi at 34 went head to head with Mbappe at the last World Cup finals, and they were peg for peg. I think Mbappe got a hat trick. I think Messi maybe got a hat trick there as well, maybe 2 goals. I can't remember, but it was 3-3. Went on penalties. Mbappe showed up. Mbappe always showed up. That boy is absolute class.
He's still in his 20s, right?
Class, bro. Yeah, he's about 28. I think so. Maybe I'm right. I'm just check that.
So yeah. he competing with a dude a decade older than him, and still having to go hard.
Yeah. And Messi was 34. Oh, yeah, he was 34.
No, I'm saying right now, Mbappe is 27.
Yeah.
So yeah, 11 years older. You competing with a guy 11 years older than yourself, and at the time, Messi was 34. Mbappe was 23, 24. Going head to head with this guy who was pretty much had considered himself retired, come out of retirement and still the greatest on the planet. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
I'm gonna say what one thing. And Messi did score 2 goals. He scored a penalty, and he scored a goal. I think it was 2-2. It was 2-2 in full time because it was 2-0. Argentina took the lead 2-0. Everybody thought it was over. And credit to Mbappe, 80th minute and 81st minute got back into the game, and then Messi scored in extra time. Then Mbappe scored 2 minutes before and the end of extra time. It went to penalties and it was 4-2. I truly believe I've made a prediction. It was either Argentina, France, or Spain that was going to win it. And the more I'm looking at it, the more I think France has got the firepower to get through that. It's going to be interesting if it's going to be the same final. A lot of people edging their bets on Portugal. I think Portugal are great. They've got a very good solid squad, but it depends on how they kind of perform with the people that they have, and that's take it as you will. But I still too believe that Argentina and France are the two favourites for this tournament. Germans being the dark horses as well. Don't let that Ecuador loss get to you, because basically I think the Germans just weren't really up for the game, and there was a lot of hard tackles from Ecuador, and then they just bailed out on them because they knew they were through to the actual knockout stages of the last 32. So there's a lot of good games. But last
man, US got to at least make it to the 16, man.
Oh, I think who you got next? Again,
Bosnia.
you mentioned them. You could throw that. I think you could throw that, but then it depends who you get into last 16. But before we move on, bro, Nike's at it again.
Nike and German national team.
Yeah, no, it could be. Basically, obviously, do you know the Germans are sponsored by Adidas at the moment? Nike has a contract.
Yeah, we reported that.
We reported that.
That was like a year or so ago.
Yeah. I think it kicks in maybe in 2027, possibly. But yeah, they were just saying hello to the Germans, bro. Just to rub it in, you know what Nike do. Nike do best. Just rubbing it in.
New Jersey coming soon, and there ain't no World Cup games in. Well, no, there's a World Cup game in New Jersey because they play in I believe the Jets Stadium, which is technically this is the New York Jets, but the stadium is in East Rutherford, New Jersey, so it's kind of a double entendre.
Nike's making the jerseys from 2027. I was right.
Run it.
Hey, bro, that's some crazy shit. That's some crazy shit. Oh, by the way, Puma were getting hate the other day for their jerseys being flimsy because all of their jerseys were getting torn. I mean.
Nasty word.
It's all in the blend, ain't it, bro? It's all in the blend like we discussed last week.
It is. Shout out to Collie. Shout out to NK.
Shout out to Collie. Yeah. Shout out to the family.
Let's do some quick strikes, man. We've been rambling like a mug. I couldn't wait to get to this topic. Paris Fashion Week. We've seen a lot. There's a lot to unpack, if you will.
One put in the bin.
Yeah. Let's get into it. The sneaker brands were heavily involved this year.
Mm-hmm.
I always try to pay at least some attention to Paris Fashion Week. However, the sneaker brands were heavily involved. I don't know if I ever remember seeing this much involvement. Of course, we're gonna start with the best and weirdest from Swoosh.
The flat toe we discuss later. Just leave that for time being.
So I don't know. They removed the shocks from the Shocks R4. It looks like a high fashion heel.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, this ain't the Shocks R4. I can't remember the name of this model. This was the women's Shocks, where they removed the shocks and it's just a big gap in between the the midsole and the heel. I'm not all the way mad at this look. I mean, we know it's fashion week, so we got to take everything with a grain of salt. As
Mhm.
far as runway styling is concerned, I ain't all the way mad at this. I doubt if I ever see these on feet. If I do, I'll judge it then based on the fit. But I ain't wasn't all the way mad at these. We
I,
saw a plethora.
I think
Go ahead.
they're quite cool. I'm gonna be honest. It's a different alternative to a heel. Like I think they're quite cool. Rather than coming from the heel end, it's coming from the mid end. I
Right,
think they're kind of cool. I like them.
right. It's coming from the midfoot instead of, well, y'all see it, y'all heard it. Um, whole lot of Air Force Ones on display. Um, Air Force Ones that we have never seen before. Air Max 90s that we never seen before. Don't have up close pictures of everything. We'll be here all day talking about Nike if y'all leave it up to me. But
Hmm.
we also saw some laceless Air Max 97s that
Leave
look
that
a
for
little
later, bro.
different.
Leave that for later, Will.
Um, we have this ballet slipper looking joint. Forgive me for not knowing the names of all these sneakers or this footwear. I ain't gonna call them all sneakers. I want to say sneakers just because it's Nike, but yeah, we get what's going on. Some dope colorways. We also have another version of the Air Max loafer.
Hmm.
I ain't too mad at this either, to be honest with you. It's hard to tell structurally how it's gonna do, but they're not bad looking. If you ask me, they're not terrible looking. I ain't gonna say they're not bad looking. They're not terrible looking. I'll say that. Um, and Nike also showed out with presentation. They had a giant swoosh that they just stuck through the wall. I mean, that's one of the dopest part about what Nike
Yeah, I saw
did.
that.
Yeah, that's just crazy how they presented that Nike breaking through the wall at Paris Fashion Week. Um, we also got this ninja looking Nike Air
Camel toe.
Rift boot. Yeah, the camel toe rifts, if you will. We know that the Air Rift is got that whole separate toe ninjutsu aesthetic going on with it for some of the pairs they released recently. But that's not what I was most excited about when we was looking at the Nike stuff, sandals and moon shoes and the whole nine. Like Nike brought out a
Hmm.
whole lot. What I was most excited about was the Air Bacon Low,
I saw that.
bro. And reportedly, J Tips has a collaboration coming. They slated for 2027, which I'm very, very cool with because I still got more stuff to buy this year. I ain't got time to be worried about the regular bacons. The Royal Bacon's supposed to be coming out this year. That Bacon Low, oh man.
Looks
Shout
fire.
out to J Tips. J Tips also just dropped a new era collaboration with Amo Mayer. They in the cart. I'll probably be hitting the button once we get off the pod. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna cap. I will cap, actually. I will be capping on the J Tips. I'm on 1 year new era collab. And I will also be capping on the I'm on 1 year Braves colorways that they just redropped in the Royal and the Navy colorways. So yeah. Yeah, I thought I had Atlanta hats before. I'm finna boy. Anyway, Asics came out with some foolishness, as people tend to do with Fashion Week. Asics brought a plaid jacket that looks very, very nice. if I must say so myself. I ain't
Do,
never
would
mad
you
at
say
Ace.
that's? Would you think that's very Burberry esque?
Burberry esque, sure. Um, Not so much. Well, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't say that. To be honest with you,
Okay.
it's more traditional plaid, in my opinion. The Burberry plaid is very unique in the pattern and the colorway, but I can see why you would feel that way because this is a unique plaid pattern that you. I don't see this all the time. I got a Nautica shirt from back in the day that's similar to this pattern, but I ain't mad at Asics for this at all. May
Yeah, I like
possibly
it.
Burberry inspired. They also have the plaid sneakers to go along with it. Um, they dropped some parkas, also some scarves, some zip up collar shirts. Asics did a lot. They did good work. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna cap. Asics did good work. Seems some of this stuff seems to be Native American inspired or Western inspired, if you will. Jean shorts, canvas sneakers. There's a lot going on with Asics for Fashion Week. Y'all check it out. I don't know how much of this stuff is going on sale, but this is something different from Asics. I ain't gonna cap. I don't think I ever seen anything this fashion forward from Asics. Mostly when we talk about Asics, we just looking at runners, dad shoe runners, and whatnot. They did a lot. Um, Native American looking models along with all the Native American looking apparel that they released. So I'm gonna have to just give a shout out to Asics, man.
Yeah, shout out to Asics for
Round of
sure.
applause.
They did well.
I know what you're trying to get to. Adidas. You wanna
Adidas. But by the way, I've just looked it up. That Nike heel sneaker has no name. It's just I don't think it's got an official name. It's just a prototype at the moment. I was just looking. I was in the meantime. I was looking it up. But was it Rick Owens? Rick Owens and Adidas have got the perfect wrestling sumo suit for you this year. Is that the Climatize? Is that the Climax or something like that? That's the one that the suit that keeps
Climber
you
cool.
Climber cool, that's the one. That's the suit that keeps you cool in the hot summers. I need it now because damn, it's bloody hot here. I'm sweating balls, literally, and I need that suit because I can run around the house and rugby tackle my missus if I need to because that's perfect for that. Sumo wrestling at its finest. I don't know what you're gonna use it for. I know a lot of people in the States was you know what? I did hear a lot of people in the States actually had that suit and they were trialing it, which I mean, unique. That's the
Yeah,
uniqueness to it, which
Missy
is
Elliott, Missy Elliott had it in the Super Duper Fly video
that's
20
where they
years
get the
ago.
inspiration from. You know
Yeah,
what?
this
I did.
this
I did.
this the Adidas he how Rick Owens collaboration. That's what this is.
You know what was really funny? I put it on my stories as well. I tagged you, and I tagged Adidas, and I tagged Rick Owens, and I said congratulations on the new sumo suits because that's a great. How much is that?
I don't see no price.
Probably arm and
I
leg,
mean,
but
it's
that's
Fashion Week, so you normally ain't gonna see prices during fashion shows like that.
yeah, but expect to see that. If it keeps you cool, that's great. But I'd rather have a bucket of ice underneath a t-shirt than to wear something like that.
This the Ricky Elliott collection right here.
You just need Busta
Uh,
Rhymes to come through as well.
right. Can't stand the rain here, that boy. Also they have some chuckers looking. Like, I don't know what they even call these boots, bro. They not the worst. I ain't gonna lie. They are not the worst, but they got so much extra material on them. how can you walk in these? Like when you lift your foot up, your foot gonna lift before the boot lift. Like it looks so difficult to walk in these.
They look like Clellingtons, Cleat Wellingtons.
Yeah. Cleat Wellington. Yo, Cleat Wellington. I could. Oh man. You know what? I was about to shoot some bail. I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna let y'all imaginations do the work for y'all. Uh,
No, they look like they got cleat outsole, don't they? They look like they got
no,
cleat in outsole.
that's that. I can't remember what they call it. The little spring.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. And then the
Yeah.
upper looks like it almost looks like a soccer Wellington. And the thing is, it goes up to your like a high Wellington would go, and it's zip tied. It just looks like a Wellington, like a Clellington. I'm gonna copyright that name as well.
No, we figured it out. We figured it out. It's okay. Uh, Vans. Let me tell you something about Vans, man. Vans ain't got nothing but smoke for anybody who breathing. All right. When you talk Vans, you talk respectfully. Okay. Vans ain't fucking with now one of y'all. Vans got the shit and they bringing it with them. If you want smoke with Vans, you best to bring an army. All right.
Yeah,
They are not playing. Vans ain't bringing nothing but heat to Paris Fashion Week.
yeah, for sure, absolutely sure.
That's that's all I got to say. I mean, ain't
They,
what else can you say, bro?
no, they've been doing their things for the last couple of years, which is great. Like we saw it with the vintage stuff that they're pushing out. This is absolutely awesome. Like you can't knock them. Well, you can, but you can't knock them. Sometimes you can.
I, I ain't got no knock for them, bro. They just been killing everything they doing. Everything Vans is touching nowadays is just out of here, bro. It's out of here. Um, Louis, Pharrell, and Louis Vuitton didn't waste no time. They just spent money. Okay, all Van, all Pharrell and Louis did was spend money. All right, we're
Hmm.
gonna get into them a little bit more. But if you look up Paris Fashion Week, Louis Vuitton, just know they brought the whole beach to Fashion Week. All right.
Hmm.
They set up. I thought y'all thought I was impressed by Nike throwing a swoosh through the wall. For real, literally brought ocean waves and sand, moving water. I don't, I was watched. I was stuck looking at it for like 5 minutes trying to figure out how they did that. They blew a bag. Louis Vuitton blew a bag.
Yeah,
They not,
the bolting that whole Louis Vuitton bolt sneaker is dope. Absolutely dope. I like it.
bro. I don't
It's
listen.
just skater vibes. It's got skater vibes,
They
bolt
not.
vibes to it. It's absolutely.
They not one of the biggest fashion houses on the planet. Arguably the biggest fashion house on the planet for no reason. They showed y'all
Mhm.
why at Fashion Week.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Oh,
on
but shout out to
Cloud,
Pharrell. Pharrell was going crazy with Louis Vuitton over the last couple of years.
for real, is a
Since he took over.
nutcase.
Yeah, yeah.
For real is who Jaden Williams wish he could be.
Let's not even talk about
I'm
him, bro.
all Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith. I'm talking about Jaden Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real is who Jaden Smith wish he could be. But nah. On Cloud showed up. And if you like On Cloud, I guess they showed out. They mainly focused on one sneaker that you can go to oncloud.com and buy. It's the Form 4.0. They were very, very intentional. They debuted a product that they plan on selling. They got shorts and tops and bags and socks and everything. It's a whole collection. They brought it to Fashion Week and they actually released it by the time the news came out. So that's the main thing I can applaud on Cloud on.
Oh, so
They
it's still more
actually
progressive than sketches from last week, yeah.
right. They didn't bring stuff just to show. They brought what they was actually about to drop and they dropped it. And I'm pretty sure it's selling pretty well because we know people love on Cloud for whatever reason they decide. Um and just a little bit more from A6. Jail Revolution 5 and what they call it the ping pong club.
Oh, okay, so they're for ping pongs, people, athletes.
Yeah, and we know ping pong is a big sport
Oh yeah,
east wise, especially in Japan and some of the other Asian countries. They take ping pong very, very serious. You can like get a ping
yeah.
pong contract for college and stuff like that, scholarship rather. So yeah, A6 did their thing. Um, Vans did their thing. They brought out some undercover stuff. Nike did their thing. All the footwear companies that we look to came out and did their thing. Everybody except Adidas. No shout outs for Adidas at Paris Fashion Week from me.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Shall we move on to the next one?
Yeah, next quick strike.
You just mentioned Pharrell and you mentioned Vans, so that they and you said Vans is bringing all the smoke this year. It looks like they are definitely bringing all the smoke this year because Vans went after Pharrell for those Louis Vuitton sneakers, bro. So let's have a little bit of a breakdown, right? So this week, and it was clever the way they did it. I have to admit it was clever the way they did it, like by referencing. Hold on, let me just see if I can remove your thing.
You got it.
Okay, so Vans, obviously we know Vans did. Hold on.
I
We
got you.
obviously know Vans. Yes, thank you. We obviously know Vans did this. I mean, Louis Vuitton came out with their luxury-inspired skating shoes, and then Vans got in a bit of their feelings with that because basically they quoted, they said this to Pharrell, "Oh, bet," right, and that was the first. That was the start of the week. And after that, we had them post Mr. Me Too. And if you know Mr. Me Too, it's it's Pharrell's track where he kind of goes at Lil Wayne for wearing the same stuff that he's doing and stuff. So it's a little bit of it was a diss track. So yo, you want to be me like me, and Van posted that. So that was shot number 2, and then Tyler the Creator came out and said some valid points about how Vans isn't the first company to make I'm gonna share this to make boat shoes or skater shoes like that. So you all know the style of deck shoes from boats has been around before Vans, correct? Pro Kids, Converse, etc. And shout out to Nice Kicks for this because they did a great breakdown about Converse yachting sneakers from 1913 I mean, kids from doing their a variation in 1916 and obviously Vans doing it in 1966. So Vans saying Mr. Me Too to Pharrell was irony because Converse and kids could say the same thing to Vans because
Right.
you get inspired by you get inspired by other brands and you get inspired. And we've seen that over the years. So them taking a shot at Pharrell and ironically using his diss track to when I wouldn't even call it diss track, but it's
It was
track
a diss
towards-
track.
yeah. And them posting it was ironic, very ironic to the point where they've almost like they forgot their history and wanted to rewrite that history themselves. Like we were the first ones to do it, so stop copying us. But if Pharrell was copying anything, it was copying the early models rather than what Vans did. But it's just pay. It almost like Pharrell was also paying tribute, but Vans took it the wrong way. What's your thoughts,
It's
bro?
different. It's definitely some revisionist history from Vans. Um, their recent success with the skates, highs and lows, and other simplistic models that they have, the old schools and whatnot, they was feeling themselves a little bit, and maybe whoever called these shots to go ahead and shoot at Pharrell and Louis Vuitton didn't know the history, but we
I can
know
believe that.
Tyler the Creator. You have a pair of the Tyler Creator sneakers that are boat shoes.
Yeah, I was at the interview when in London when he did that interview with Offspring and with Converse about like where he got his inspiration about boat shoes. About he was surprised when he went over to Converse that they had all of these boat shoes there. Like then he was like, "Why are you not actually retroing those models?" And that's why he brought them back. And I've got one of Tyler's or a free pair of the Tyler creators, Lafleur. I think it's a great model as well. Come out so green uppers. I thought, yeah, and you need to know your heritage before you quote stuff like that because you could get caught out and everybody was on them, bro. And when I talk, everybody was on Vans. They were on Vans. Let me just kind of pull this up because I did see a couple of comments from Vans, from people in the community. I might have got rid of it. Hold on, might have got rid of it. People from the community were on Vans. They're like, don't you know your history? Like you should know better than to come after Pharrell. They were on Pharrell's side, like 100% for sure.
Well, Tyler is the perfect person to call that out based on what you said. We know he's a style historian. I won't even say a fashion historian, much
Yeah,
like a Pharrell. They cut from the same cloth, so it was only right that Tyler came out in defense of Pharrell for the design that he put forth, and I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at Vans for standing on what they have done in recent times, but acting like they were the creator of deck shoes is wrong.
yeah.
Is wrong. And for that matter, if they were going to come at for real, and see, this is trend jumping a little bit because Pharrell is so notable when he does something with Louis Vuitton. Vans just took an opportunity to troll and jump on the bandwagon of all the attention that he was getting. And because a lot of the media platforms were comparing the Louis Vuitton deck shoe to the Vans shoes, Vans said, well, why not? So it could just be trolling. I don't want to say Vans didn't know what they was doing or they don't know the history
Yeah.
because they got that design from somewhere. Maybe the person who took that design and brought it to Vans maybe not be around or still with the company to be able to speak on it. But
Mhm.
the people who are in control right now could 1000% be trolling, knowing full well they didn't create that because they put out an ad saying they are the originators. They're not.
I think it's par and par. I'm just looking up something as well. I think it's par and par. I think it was good publicity for Vans as well,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it kind of it goes well in hand with what their rises over the last couple of years, and I don't think they want to lose that like whole publicity with that because it means that you still paying attention. No attention is bad attention when it comes to stuff like that. So we had a lot of people debating, and I'm looking at the comments from that, and I just want to say that some of these people don't actually know the history either because just for somebody to say that Vans has got a lawsuit could have a lawsuit against Pharrell
Man.
and Louis Vuitton, that's bullshit. And then I think somebody said, "Oh, pro kids are sitting back and looking at Vans like, side-eyed," and I said, "Yeah, that's the right comment there because." Basically that they're telling you they know the history. Like I'm just some of the comments are crazy. Like, come on, man, you
Bro,
need to know your history.
Converse originated the signature sneaker with the Chuck Taylors.
Yeah.
That deck shoe is a Chuck Taylor without the rubber toe.
Hmm.
What are we talking about? It's a non-issue for Vans. That's why it's either ignorance or trolling.
Hmm.
I'm leaning more so towards trolling because ain't no way in the hell everybody that got something to do with Vans is saying, nah, that's us. They stole from us. Nah, ain't nobody stole shit from y'all. Y'all got it from Chuck's first. Y'all got it from Converse. Pro Kids got it from Converse.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Converse been around forever. Like, what we doing, bro?
Yeah. 1913, and they got popular because of their Chuck Taylors after that. It's all 1914. So, like, come on now, like, what we
If
talking
they
about?
believe that, they need to go at every other footwear brand too.
Oh
They
yeah,
need to
yeah,
go
yeah,
at
yeah.
Ralph Lauren. They need to go at Duckhead. They need to go at it. They need to be going at Nike for the Janowskis. They need to go at every other brand if they're gonna attack Pharrell and Louis Vuitton for this.
I also think is they could have gone after Tyler the Creator when he did his LaFleur with Converse because
Right.
and they didn't specifically because they knew their history with Converse as well, so that this is why they didn't get at them or to say oh bet and stuff like that because they knew. Right, Pharrell doing what Pharrell does and taking inspiration and producing that Louis Vuitton skate inspired bulk sneaker, right? It was like almost like oh okay cool high end fashion. It's gonna be 1200 whatever it is gonna be. I felt like because they're on this wave currently of like nostalgic sneakers, they're like let's just carry that on and troll, and it was in respect of what you think it is a troll. I think I'm aligning to what you're saying is because if it wasn't a troll, then they have no right to say that because Converse could have stepped in easily and like Tyler did and said you stop talking bullshit, but
Hey,
it was a troll because they put the Mr. Me Too tune on.
hey, look at all the Vans collaborators shutting right the fuck up.
And
You ain't
you,
heard a
I was,
word.
I also like some of the Vans collaborators that actually came. Well, there's one Vans collaborator I actually saw on TikTok. He came out and discussed it, and he broke down the history. Even though here's a collaboration with Vans, he said for Vans to say what they said, they have no right to say what they said because obviously Converse and Pro Kids were doing it before. Like, so he didn't understand why Vans went at them. But if you understand the trolling aspect of it, then you understand why they did that because it keeps
That's
them
a
in. It
tell.
keeps them. Yeah, it keeps them in the limelight. It keeps them people talking about it, and we're still talking about it a week after because obviously all the media, so sneaker media platforms have posted it, and then going back and forth and then when especially when you got two, like let's just be honest, Vans is Vans. It's a great company, but when you have like if when you have Pharrell and you have Tyler who are top tier artists and designers, and in terms of Pharrell and especially Tyler, what he's done with Converse and he's going to Nike soon. You need to kind of dig the fire a bit and like
But it's
get people talking.
it's pointless though, bro, because the van stands are gonna keep buying vans and you deterring potential new customers when y'all already killing. Y'all already killing. Just keep killing.
And by the way, I was driving through when I was picking up this from Oxford Circus. I was driving through um, Oxford Circus itself, and there was a massive queue outside Vans. So that shows you the popularity of Vans at this moment in time. So you're always gonna have Van stands going after Vans. You're gonna have people buying Vans because of the hype, because of what they're doing recently as well, which is magnificent. But there was no need for that, bro. There was no
It's
need for that.
pointless. It's pointless, bro. Y'all already killing. Y'all already getting a lot of attention from sneaker media. It didn't make sense to do that.
No, no.
The next quick strike. Quickly, quickly. This is for all the people who got something to say about me and TJ, if you want to claim it, disliking the entity that is known as StockX.
I'll claim it.
They just doing everything that everybody else been doing now.
Hold on. Spell. It's the most of desperation, bro.
That what? Listen, y'all executives left. A few, not just one, not just Luber, the main one, not just the co-founder. Other executives left. Lawsuits lost. Multiple lawsuits lost. Then y'all had to drop the authentication tag. Y'all had to admit that, nah, we can't really authenticate these sneakers like we've been telling y'all we can. The lies have been exposed. And then, along with all the social media backlash, y'all try to bring AI and technology into it to try to appease the public.
Didn't they? Sorry to cut you off. Didn't they do? Didn't it try something a couple of years back with Nike tags? No, it was not the Nike cards. Was it Nike cards? Something like that. I can't remember. It was something on that context, and Nike shut them down straight away because it was the IP was, this is the Nike's IP, or they did try.
Yeah. The trading card shit.
That's the one. Was it trading cards or was it something? It was when crypto was doing
NFTs,
stuff with NFTs. That's the one. That's the one.
The sneaker NFTs.
Yeah, they got shut down straight, bro.
Yeah, tried that shit too. Didn't work. And then y'all still Whatnot's bread and butter. Something that eBay been doing for years. A fortnight or better. eBay been doing this. Live auctions. Y'all seen the success of TikTok auctions.
And whatnot. And all of that stuff.
Nah. We gonna do it too now. And now y'all want to do used sneakers and vintage products. GOAT been doing this. eBay been doing this. Sutherland's been doing this. The Real, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, and all the vintage stores across the world. All the resale shops. All the gently used situations y'all want to adopt. Fuck out of here, StockX. Y'all last to everything. Y'all first to the bullshit and last to the good shit every fucking time. Fuck StockX, man.
You know what? I'm gonna do the breakdown of this. This is the reason why StockX got sued, right? And this is how it happened. It was the NFTs that got them, bro. It was the NFTs that actually got them in trouble with Nike. The launch was in January 2022. StockX introduced the Vault NFTs, marketing them as traceable digital receipts that proved ownership and authentication of a physical sneaker held in a secure vault. That's where it started. The lawsuit Nike came in February, 1 month later, came in February 2022, said Nike sued StockX for trademark infringements. Nike argued that NFTs were unauthorized virtual products that infringed on their logos and confused customers, especially since Nike has simultaneously launched its own Web3 asset, right? Then the counterfeit claims came in May 2022 when the dispute intensified between Nike and amended the actual lawsuit and alleged that StockX was selling counterfeit physical sneakers. Nike claimed to have purchased several fake pairs that had been passed through StockX multi-step authentication process. And in 2025, in March 2025, a federal judge found StockX liable for distributing counterfeit goods. Rather than face a jury trial scheduled in October for that year, Nike and StockX officially dismissed the case and on confidential terms. So StockX paid a huge payout to Nike, let's just put it that way. The settlement marked a cooling off period in the intersection of physical resale and digital assets, effectively halting the expansion of StockX standalone NFTs minting program for major athletic brands. It was the NFTs that got them, bro. It was the damn. And you know what? Right this moment in time, that whole NFT wave was absolute bullshit. Bullshit and a half, bro. And then if people invested and lost a lot of money on that. A lot of money on that.
Yeah. They did bullshit with non-fungible tokens, and they still selling non-fungible sneakers. Now they want to give all the people an opportunity to sell they used reps.
Bro, how can you tell? The thing is, it's hard enough telling a DS sneaker being legit. How can you tell a DS sneaker is legit or not, bro?
Listen,
we know that's an issue.
If you're too lazy to do the research, if you're too lazy to self-authenticate, if you're too lazy or don't want to pay the ticket for what it is that you really want, and you believe StockX is the easy answer, the easy answer is not always the right answer. I don't know if y'all ever heard this before. The easy answer is not always the right answer. They tell you on multiple choice, if you pick C enough, you'll end up passing the test. That's always been capped. Always. Don't do it, man. Don't. You know what? I can't tell y'all what to do. I can't tell y'all what to do. Bro, this is my opinion. All right. Listen well. I'm not against anybody who chooses to spend their money over there. I'm not against you. I'm against them. And if it hurts your feelings to hear me talk reckless about them, so be it. I'm not against you. I have had personal experience, bad experience with this company. I know a lot of people personally who have had bad experiences with this company. I have also seen hundreds, if not thousands of people, be they trolls or not, talk about their bad experiences with this company. People have built online careers on exposing this company. People have wasted their own resources. Do the research. Do the research. Okay? If you had good experiences over there, cool. Maybe you the outlier. Or maybe you just want to drink the Kool-Aid. Whether it's dirt or sugar. You just want the Kool-Aid.
I just want to say one thing. Is we're not rage baiting. We're not we are hating. We're not rage baiting. I just want to say we're bringing what the community tells us and what our experiences are to the podcast, and we want to give what the community tells us and what the community has for us. We want to redistribute that to the community for information purposes. We're factual. I would say 90% of the time we're factual. I would like to say we're trying to be as factual as possible. I want to make that as 100% as possible. Sometimes we get it wrong and we admit it and we come back and apologize and we correct ourselves, and that's within our right to do so. But we do not intentionally rage bait. We do not intentionally go out and kind of make content for rage bait purposes, because we don't want to be like that. We don't want to be like every trash commentator that wants to rage bait people for the sake of it because it gets you views and likes. We just tell it as we see it. We give our opinions and we give our what the community says to us, and we tell it like it is, right? And if that hurts your feelings, then like, I'm gonna be honest, like what Q's replicating is, or what Q just said is, and I'm replicating myself. If you have no horse in a race, you should be independent to the thought that every company has the same. Every company is the same. Every company makes mistakes, and every company is liable to make mistakes. So always vet your own stuff. Always make sure you vet your own sneakers. Always make sure you do your own due diligence checks and not blindly believe a company. And that's the way I'm going to leave it. Because if you drink, like you said, drink the Kool-Aid from one company and you throw shares at a different company, then that's making you look bad in a way, because every reseller will probably every reseller has a potential to sell you a fake. Every middleman has a potential to fraud you out of money. Do the most intelligent thing for you, and do the most intelligent thing for yourself, and do your own checks. That's what I'm saying. Right. If you truly believe that you have no horse in any of these resale companies, and you just do your due diligence and make sure you have the best deal for you.
I never said eBay was 100% proper. I never
No.
said Goat was 100% proper. I never said Flight Club or any of the multitude of resale platforms and stores are all the way right. What I do believe though is StockX is wrong more than the average. That's what I
Oh yeah.
believe.
And it's proven, bro. It's all. There's a multitude of stories that come. Well, look, I don't. This might happen. I'm not saying it, but there's a reason why Nike sued StockX.
They ain't sued
Because
Goat.
your Go's not intentionally trying to make NFTs. Go and that's how. Look, it only takes one domino to fall for all the dominoes to start falling, and that's what happened with StockX. Because like all the other companies ain't stupid, bro. Don't
They
push your
ain't
luck.
sued eBay. They ain't sued Depop. They ain't sued the Real, a Poshmark, or any of these other platforms where you know for you can look at some of this stuff and tell it's cap because they upload they want the users to upload pictures. You ain't uploading pictures, so you will now because they're selling used shit. You're gonna have to upload pictures of your used shit. But when you buy new from StockX, it's a stock ass picture. That ain't the picture of what you getting, potentially. It's a stock picture that they post. You can't tell who you getting it from, where it's coming from, or none of that. Some of this stuff, bro, matters when you buying from a third party, if you asking me. Not that GOAT is any different on some of these things. It's the same with them. But when you look at a whatnot, you look at an eBay, you look at a Depop, a Trade Block, all these other platforms where you doing peer-to-peer business and they have an authentication process in between y'all, it ain't that, bro. The results speak for themselves. Look at the people, your peers, us, the community, people who actively participate in the culture. Look it up. Don't just listen to me and TJ. and try to attack us because we've formed an opinion that we're willing to stick with. And it's not to piss you off. Trust me, it is not to piss you off. Whether I know you personally, communicate with you online, or in real life, it is not to piss you off. It's to inform you. We report on shit that's already out there for the most part. We bring new ideas and opinions to things that are already out there. And it might not be new to you. You may feel the same way. You might feel the opposite. We may put some thoughts in your head that you haven't pondered yourself. That's the point. And to have a conversation and to be able to enjoy what we do as a hobby, as being sneakerheads and collectors of not only sneakers, but fashion and
Yep.
the other things around the culture. Y'all see what's going on in our backgrounds. We ain't start doing this shit yesterday,
No.
and we don't do this
Oh,
shit to get under your skin. We do this shit because we love it for real. That's why we
yeah.
get passionate. That's why we speak the way we do about this shit. And like TJ said, if we wrong, we'll say it. Go back and look.
Also,
We got 200 and
also,
fucking 14 other episodes of this shit that you can look at for reference. Plus all the other
al-
people who telling you the same goddamn thing.
also, yeah, exactly. Also, just on that whole things, we know resales. Before StockX, we understand. StockX revolutionized the resale market. We understand that. We respect that, and I think we have to give a shout out to StockX for doing that. Goat did that. Flight Club was there before. They were very like essential US based as well. So we understand that. But there's you should even though you're the first to do it, you still have to set the standards, and the standards have been lacking massively from a lot of companies, especially the leader of that company that's actually made that globalized resale, which is StockX. Resale is a necessary, I would say, evil, because it meant you have to pay over the odds for pairs. StockX made that more accessible. Pretty much lower the prices of resale over time, except for when COVID hit, which is fine. But even then, you still have to abide by good standard practice, and if you lack, you gotta be on your necks, and that's 100%.
They wasn't the first and they won't be the last.
Yeah.
They ain't the only platform out there. Motherfuckers run around trying to give them credit for a culture that existed before they were in creation. They StockX is a thing because the resale market was already there.
Yep.
We didn't make them a bad company.
They made themselves a bad company. Do you know what? Imagine if they didn't actually start looking at NFTs. They would not be in this predicament they are. They would still have not renamed the authentication process. They would not be doing, potentially could be doing lives, but they would not doing half the bullshit they'd be doing now. The CEOs probably, or their co-founders would still be there. They left because of Nike, bro. Let's be honest. They left
Bro,
because Nike came tapping.
I'm a Nike whore. And I get on here weekly and say bad shit about them too. The fuck? I called myself a hypocrite last week. Bro, I just wore Jordan 11s to the motherfucking Dream game in the summertime. What have I been saying
Bro,
for
why?
years?
Why, bro?
What have I been saying for years?
Never wear Jordan 11s in the hot weather.
And I did it.
Was it good though?
No, I was cool because 80% of the time we was inside. We went from
Yeah.
the house, cars in the garage to in the car to the parking lot. I had to walk outside for maybe 15 minutes total from the car to the arena, from the arena back to the car. So it was cool. But had I, you know, if I was going to be outside for a extended period of time, ain't no way in the hell I would have wore. But I thought about, dog, this T-shirt is what I wore to the game. And I'm looking at my shit all I had was patent leather options. It was the Jordan 1, Chicago UNC, the Unite, the patent leather one.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
It was the leather. Well, I could have wore the leather, the reimagined bread fours. Then I thought to myself, Chicago ones. I'm saying I got the bread 11s.
Bread levels
I
with that
just
fit is dumb.
I just felt like and I had on black Nike shorts, black socks, Nike socks. So I'm like, I wore this hat. This the
I
very
was about to
same.
say. I was about to
Yeah,
say it was the
actually,
same
it
fit,
wasn't
yeah.
this
Yeah.
hat. It was my other Hawks hat with Atlanta across the front because I wanted to. I don't have a dream hat yet. I will have a dream hat soon, but I got to get some more dream merch too because the dream game is a whole situation. We will be going to more dream games, but I said TJ gonna kill me when I tell him.
No. I'm not gonna kill you. You know what? You know the first sneakers that made somebody's head snap back.
What's that?
The Jordan 11 Space Jams. I was rocking them on the outlets, and all I saw was
That's what we want. That's what we want.
Right, this is the last quiz right quickly, bro.
That's quick strike, man.
Alright, cool. We alluded to this in the fashion week, and I just want to quickly touch on this because basically I want to get your opinion. What do you think of the new fashion week sneakers? That was the Air Force One with the square toe, bro. This one. And then you had the Laceless 96s, 95s. I mean, sorry, 97s. Sorry, 97s. Yeah, I was just predicted what Nike might do in the next couple of years. But yo, the Laceless 97s, bro. What you reckon, bro?
I'm not so mad at the slip in 97s. I think it's adjacent to slide culture.
Mm-hmm.
I think Nike trying to use that silhouette to find an in between sneaker and slide culture.
Yeah.
But them lemon pepper Air Force Ones.
What'd you say?
Them lemon pepper Air Force Ones, bro.
That's bringing some cowboy culture back onto the Air Force Ones, bro.
That, bruh, them the Lasso Force Ones.
I mean, yeah, I know that. Lasso Force Ones.
Them the Stirrup Force Ones. Yeah, them the Spur Force Ones.
Yeah. Obviously, if you don't know why some boots are squared off like that, it's because if you're standing a long time, if you're walking around a long time, this is why it's actually not narrow. It gives your toes a bit more room. That's the reason why they're there. But you know what? To make this make sense, and you know what? I'm gonna be honest. Some of the designs on that were created, like some of the designs on the Air Force One Square 12 was mad, bro. Look at this.
Yeah. Some of the designs ain't gonna cap. That red and blue and that patchwork looking plaid.
They went in, bro. I did not like that. They went in.
Like that brown suede with the boot graphics on the toe.
Yeah.
If those were regular round toes, this brown one and the white one in particular, I think they would go, especially in Texas and probably like Tennessee, maybe the Carolinas, and probably in the Midwest and the northern South states in the U.S. Probably in heavy Hispanic culture.
Yeah,
places.
I was thinking that. I'm definitely thinking
Air Force Ones.
Air Force Ones. You saw it too, bro.
That's what they are.
Too.
That's what they are. The Air Force One.
Air Force
See, look,
Ones.
not the lemon pepper stepper forces. That's why I call them lemon pepper ones.
Yeah.
That's what they is. You know, with dress shoes in the South, especially, we call dudes with nice dress shoes. That's them lemon pepper steppers.
Yeah, I got that. I got that reference. Yeah,
Look, L Force Ones.
yeah. These comments are classic. You know what? I can't hate this. I can't hate it. I can't
I
hate it,
can't.
bro.
Nah, I
Can't.
can't, bro.
If you know the heritage of the square toe, you would understand that. And yeah, like I said, they did not need to do a white variation, total all white variation.
I ain't mad at the white
I
ones.
don't. No,
Now
I'm not mad at white
the
ones,
white ones,
but
the white ones with the graphics on them, I like more than
yeah,
the white ones.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
think they should all have the cowboy.
The graphics,
Like,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. I ain't mad at them completely. Those first two, them the ones.
yeah,
Them the
definitely
ones.
ones. Definitely the ones.
The ones.
Ones.
Not the ones. The ones.
But the thing is, like, why can't they do this patchwork variation on a regular Air Force One? That will look
They
fire,
could.
bro.
No. Did you see the patent denim Air Force One?
I did, and this also I was going to bring up to you is that looks like it's the pattern Air Force Ones are actually they're making more of them, which I'm talking to some Air Force guys, they're loving that, they want more of that.
Yeah. So you're right. Yeah, I can't
And,
I
and
can't
to
hate
be
these.
honest, the red variation, this one looks like it's pattern leather. It is pattern leather.
I don't think it's patent. I think it's just high gloss leather
High gloss, yeah. You might be right
with
there.
the pattern underneath.
Yeah, look at the sheen. Look at the sheen as you see that.
Yeah, that's just high gloss.
Yeah.
That ain't patent. If
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
patent,
you might be right.
that light would be bouncing a different way.
To be honest, I don't even agree with that. Nike deadass made Air Force Ones with the squids. It's not deadass. It's not. It's like you got to understand the history behind why they did that.
No, dead ass is just like they really
Yeah.
did it.
They did really did it.
I ain't mad,
got
bro.
that.
I feel like it could be a little more bootish to solidify it as a boot.
What do you
Like
mean,
the
making it
big
mid or high?
no, just aesthetically.
Oh, aesthetically.
Like the tongue, see how the tongue is totally different. I think they could have did a little more bootish to solidify it as this is the Air Force One
All
boot
right.
shoe.
Bear with me. Bear with
It's
me.
like low top cowboy boots for real.
So bear with me. So these are for the dance floor. These are for the lemon when you
Oh,
want to
yeah,
go
yeah.
lemon step in.
These for line
The-
dancing.
the line dance, exactly. What they might do after that is me give you a bootish variation with syrups on it or stirrups on it, right? And then give you that variation that you're looking for, where you can ride on your horse and go lasso
Yeah.
your cows and yeah, bro, they could do all.
Oh, these are Air Force boots on the ground.
Yeah, exactly, bro. These are the line dancers, the lemon pepper steppers. But
Yeah.
going back to this, I'm looking at this 97 slip-on laceless 97. If
ain't
these
mad
are
at it.
wide, I'm mad at it. But if these are wide-toed and they're not narrow in the mid range, which 97s are actually quite tight on the
They do
toes.
look a little wider.
Yeah, they do. This might be the perfect replacement for the missus.
Yes. Yes. You know what though? It might be a while if they do this. Are you copying?
I'm not mad. I'm definitely not mad at the black pair. I'm definitely if the missus wears them and it's like they're wider in the toe area and they slip on better, because obviously when you slip on sneakers, the mid section of the sneaker where you got your mid panel, it has to stretch to allow you to fit in. If they're more stretchy, and I know 97s are more constricted there, that's perfect then. That's perfect, because then that means the missus can step into that. She can rock that. She can have a good slip on 97s and not even complain, because she's been still complaining with these new new fucking Nikes, bro. She's like, oh, I want to get them and get a little bit of expand.
I told you to get the slides, bro. You should have got the slides, bro. It's gonna
So
be a while before
this
we see these though. If they drop
2027.
these, yeah, if they drop these, it's gonna be a while before we see them. I ain't mad at the silver pair. I like the silver pair a little more than the black. I don't really dig the patent leather too tough on the black pair. Um, the green ones they can keep,
Nah.
but yeah, I I think they viable. It's not a mule. It's not a slide. I ain't mad at it, bro. Laceless slip in. I think they should put a pull tab on the front of the tongue.
Yeah.
If not at the tip of the tongue. Oh, there we go.
They have. I knew they had it. They just didn't show it. They have.
There we go. Yeah, we good. That silver pair, yeah. Yeah.
That's
I'm
dope.
with it.
Rude up. I'm with it. I want to see how they fit. I might take the misses. If they're easy available, I might take the misses to the shops. I think they might become easy available over time, but I'll take the misses to the shops.
Oh yeah,
so you can try
yeah.
them
The
on.
masses. I don't think the masses going crazy for these.
No. Everybody's saying outlet material. You could take the one-way ticket to Burlington. Make these soccer boots. Straight DVD release. No, it's like
Soccer
I
boots
know
with no
it's-
strings. That's stupid.
Yeah, some people like them. So a majority are putting hate on them. So yeah, it is what it is. At the end of the day, like what you like. Everything's not for everybody, like we've seen. So just like what you like and buy what you buy. Especially when Q says that it's perfect. That's the most perfect comment or perfect statement anybody's ever made in history. To be honest,
I appreciate that.
no worries, bro. Otherwise, you're not true to yourself. That's the easiest way to say that.
That's all we be trying to say, bro. That's all we be pushing.
But shall we go and do some sneaker court?
Oh, you got one?
Yeah, I got one.
Let's see what you got. When resale is too high.
Damn resellers. Order.
When hype beats go too far.
These damn hype beasts. Order in the court. Order.
The back door opens.
Guilty.
It's time for
Order in the court.
the sneaker court of public
Guilty.
opinion.
Guilty. I was going to bring Vans to court. I was going to bash him, but I'll still touch on it for a slight minute. I think it was trolling. You're right. I do think it's actual trolling. It's bringing some attention to the brand, but you need to know your history, and you can expect the backlash you got from the people that know their history, especially when you got Tyler Creator on your neck now and saying the things he's saying with Converse and ProKed. So it's important that before you put out statements, you vet the people that put out statements. And when we talk about vetting people that put out the statements, this is the main court case for this week. I do not understand, and we alluded to this at the start, how you can be a stan for a person that you don't know. That you can deride for a person that you don't know. And some of the comments that we get in terms of comparing one athlete or one artist against another artist because you're in your feelings, that's what I'm bringing to court. Because deriding, and Eminem said it in a song perfectly, Stan, when you deride, you go off a cliff and you might as well take everybody with you, because that's a horrendous behaviour. No Stan behaviours here. When we compare Messi, we don't compare him to Ronaldo. When we compare Drake, sometimes we compare him to Kendrick, but we have no allegiances. We have no horse in this race. We like what we like. We rock what we rock. If you guys out there want to go at us for mentioning one person and not mentioning another person in the same bracket, and then you saying we're deriding for the other person, you need your head checked. You need to really evaluate your life and see why you feel the way you do and why you don't have any self-confidence in yourself to elevate yourself rather than elevate a celebrity that has no value in your life. And that being said... Guilty, because you are a stan. You're always gonna be a stan, and you stand for nothing because you don't stand for yourself. But have some more confidence. You want to say something, bro?
This how you glazing somebody that we ain't even bring up? Hold on.
That, bro.
You accusing us of glazing a person that we did not mention because said person is mentioned with the person that we were talking about, and you want to be in his defense, and you want to accuse us of having glaze in our jaw, meat in our jaw. No. You projected. You projected. See,
It's good.
we ain't these idiots out here that can't realize when people projecting on us. Okay.
Yeah.
We put our shit out there and we put a name on it most of the time. But for you thumb thugs and you serial glazers, y'all are nameless, y'all are faceless, and y'all are followless.
Yeah.
Don't nobody rock with that shit you talking about. You probably just as whack in real life as you are online with your fucking 21 followers and your private page, and you got fucking Squidward for an avatar. You know why? Because Squidward got that long, oblong shaped nose. Gonzo face ass boy. That what you is. Put a face on it. Huh? Show me
Bro.
what you look like. Show me your fits. Show me your sneakers. Show me how you living for real. Before you go to talking that old bullshit, but you won't.
Bro, I'm all up for debate. I'm all up for opinions. I'm all up for discussions. That's one thing. But to instantly come in our comments and say, why you hate blah blah blah, you dick riding blah 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 for somebody. You go. I'm not with it for this week. This today. Please delete that. I responded and I deleted it in the same vein because I like, you know what, you to entertain stupidity like that makes you stupid anyway. So you was right.
That's it, bro. That's it. Having a debate, having a conversation, I'm cool with that. No problem. We having disagreements, cordial disagreements, heated disagreements. Cool. When you start disrespecting me, I ain't got no time for you, bro. Get off the lap. You sit on the motherfucking lap accusing somebody else of sitting on somebody's lap. Fuck.
There's more than lap behavior there, bro. And on that
true
note,
there, boy.
guys, don't be a stand. Stand for something better. That's what I'm saying. That was it, bro.
Vienna eating ass motherfucker. Big Vienna too. I ain't talking about the little ones that come in the can. Soft sausage chewing ass.
The glizzy glazers.
Boy, I'm gonna call you ketchup. You just condiments
With no
on
mayo,
the meat.
bro.
Condiments on the meat, face ass boy. That what you is.
Can't make this up, bro. Can't make this up.
I wish we did, dog. I wish we did.
We love you still.
I don't. Shit. Speak for yourself.
When resale is too high.
Damn resellers. Order.
When hype beats go too far.
These damn hype beasts. Order in the court. Order.
The back door opens.
Guilty.
It's time for
Order in the court.
the sneaker court of public
Guilty.
opinion.
That was a good one. It let out some real stresses.
Yeah. This has really been a good episode for decompressing. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
I had a lot of
it's just
I had a lot of
we've written-
bullshit on my chest.
Oh yeah, went about work, went about just some of the comments, went about some of the people that approach us. Oh yeah, just if you do get attacked by some stand, just remember that loser behavior is among us, and you don't need to respond. But on that, let's just do some discounts.
Yeah, I got quite a few. I'm gonna try to run through them quicker than normal.
Yeah.
Jordan 1 Love Letter, looking real nice. They're brown on brown with their white. Yeah. Also, we got official pictures of the Jordan Black Pack. Looking real nice. Looking better than the mock-ups. You ain't seen that?
No, I'm just checking it up now. I've seen the love letter.
Them that Black Pack looking good. I ain't gonna cap.
Oh yeah. I've seen it.
Yeah. Shout out to NBA champion Jose Alvarado, who signed an and one deal, and one been trolling Wemby ever since. If y'all don't know and one, legendary basketball equipment company, just go look at the what they've been doing for Jose Alvarado. It's funny. Comme des Garçons, Jordan 11s, they popping up again. They're supposed to be coming soon. The first official collaboration on a Jordan 1 high. Oh, Jordan 11 high.
Yeah.
They looking dope. All black, all white. Typical Comme des Garçons shit. Ronnie Fike has his own New Balance silhouette, the 2011. Also, Ashton Brunson has a baklava. I can't remember what number it is, but he has his own New Balance silhouette as well. And also, Ronnie Fike has a Kith New Balance store in Hollywood.
Ooh, okay.
Which is I thought they would do it in New York first, but it is what it is, I guess. We know Kith and Ronnie.
The Action Bronson is 2811.
2811.
2811.
Okay, and Ronnie has the 2011. So shout out to the guys getting their own New Balance silhouettes. They look better than some of the stuff New Balance normally pull out. I ain't gonna cap. Run the Jewels. Killer Mike and LP are teasing Run the Jewels 5. That's gonna be dope.
Oh, what, June 5?
No. Album. Run the Jewels 5.
5. Okay. I thought you said Run the June 5.
I wish. Also, Future is dropping on, what was the date again? July
10th of July.
July 10th. The Real Me is the name of the album. Also, T.I. just dropped the Kill the King album on the date of recording, June 26th. I hadn't had a chance to listen to the whole album, but what I heard so far is super dope. People saying it's T.I.'s best album. People in the industry saying it's T.I.'s best work. So shout out to that. SZA is firing shots at Diplo, the famous DJ producer Diplo, who is on board with all the AI bullshit. SZA don't like it. I don't like it. If SZA don't like it, I'm riding. All right. You leave SZA alone. You leave these artists alone with these original productions and creations and writing. You want to be on that AI fuck shit? You write that shit and let the AI sing it. Stop training these fucking AI models to copy these artists. It's bullshit. Facts. He is. They in cahoots. I guarantee.
You know what somebody said? Why these old producers that ain't got no money going into AI? There's a reason. Because they ain't got nobody backing them.
Trash. R.I.P. Aaliyah. Timbaland is a scrub. Jorge Campos, legendary football player, the inspiration for the Air Max 95. Woven has a Nike logo similar to the Jumpman logo, where he stretched out blocking a shot. They gave him the whole Jumpman treatment. He got a collection that's coming out. I will be looking to get something from that collection to go along with my Woven 95s. Once again, shout out to Jorge Campos, legend. Travis Scott Oakley Jordan 5 samples have surfaced.
Not real. AI.
There was Cap. Oh shit, they got me.
They got you, bro.
God damn it.
I put it in my stories. And it got, I did a little bit of background research. Shout out to Scott. He's the first one that said to me, "You know, they're AI." I said, "Okay, let me go check." I checked. Yeah, it's AI. Somebody's made them up. They're not real. All the social platforms, all the media platforms are sharing it, but like they were samples. They're either a custom or AI, and it's leading to AI. They're not real.
That's what and that's why. Because I saw it on all the platforms. I didn't bother to do the research.
I did it for you, bro. Don't worry. I got you.
Yeah. Look at me admitting to being wrong. You goofy motherfuckers. Y'all can do it too. Universal,
I got you.
Universal Music Group and Sony are suing AI music platform Suno.
Yay.
For training their AIs on over 160,000 songs owned by Sony and UMG. This AI shit coming to a head, boy.
Also, AI is in decline dramatically. Stocks. Go on, carry on. Yeah, I might have spoiled your story. Go on, bro. Sorry.
Eminem sues Meta for the same goddamn thing.
Fuck, get in there. Get in there. Get in there.
Huh? Hold on. Let me find this other. It was another AI story. Oh. ChatGPT loses a game of chess to Atari 2600.
So it's not as intelligent as you thought it was.
Atari, bro. That shit came out in the 80s. AI can't even beat an Atari 2600 computer. What the hell?
And yet some people or some idiots are quoting that we should sacrifice water from humans to actually give to AI. Fuck that shit.
That one company that fired all them people for AI, they hired them back now.
Tell them, bro.
They hired them back now. Where AI was costing them $4,500 a day to do the same work that they would pay humans less for per month. You pay a human less than $4,500 a month. AI costing you that much a day. Come on, man.
Hey. Ridiculous, bro. God.
YouTuber Harrison Neville. Y'all know Harrison Neville. Y'all probably seen him before if y'all consume YouTube sneaker content. Bought a storage unit that was owned by an Adidas employee.
I saw that, and I was like, how dare you take his sneakers? First come, first serve. He found them, he keeps them. He bought that, he keeps them. And Adidas want to take that thing back because it's all unreleased sneakers. Fuck that. Keep
They
them.
should have paid
Take
their
them to
rent.
court. Exactly. Pay your damn rent. I don't care what your employee did. I don't care if he stole them or took them or put them or stored them. Pay your rent. I pay for that. They're mine now. And fuck you, Adidas.
Hell, you talking about? Albanian protesters.
Oh yeah, I know this very well. Very, very well, bro.
They went in on the Trump construction sites and on the island that Trump daughter and son-in-law, the fucking assholes.
Jay Kushner. Yeah.
They bought these Albanian protesters went over there and put foot to wood. Yeah.
It's been happening for the last 2 to 3 weeks, bro, and I'm loving it. I'm standing with you guys. You know what? Do it, and don't let them take your land, bro. Don't let them take your land and colonize it again.
Well, we'll see how that work out. Y'all be safe out there.
Oh, they've been in protests, and they've for the last 4, 5, 6 days in a row, or even longer than that, they are demanding that the actual prime minister actually leaves his position, and it's gone into like very big corruption. I can't remember what the official name is, but the governing corruption authorities are actually looking at what's happening there, because a lot of money has been passed over, and it's not the first time that's happened to the Kushner family and Trump's daughter, because they tried it somewhere else and they got shut down. So this is the second time they're trying it, and there's a reason why they're trying it there at that island. It's not because of the resorts, it's because of what's built underneath and the barracks that they got. So we know what you're doing. We know everything. But we're not stupid.
Shout out to the real people out there that don't go for the fuck shit like I did the fucking Travis Oakley thing.
That's fine, bro. I got you.
DoorDash been tagging the wrong T-Pain.
I saw this too.
They meant to tag Tim Payne, the football player.
The footballer. Yeah, no.
But they've been tagging Teddy Payne, the singer. Teddy pinned her ass down. But guess what?
What?
T-Pain capitalized on the situation.
Good.
And DoorDash sent a whole bunch of shit. I don't know if it was his house or a hotel room or one of the properties he may own, but T-Pain ain't no fool. T-Pain know how to use social media, and so he been doing a lot of things with DoorDash since the incident happened on X / Twitter, where they mistakenly was tagging him instead of Tim Payne. So shout out to T-Pain and Tim Payne.
It's too funny, bro.
In Germany, Google is being held liable for the lies told by Gemini.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
AI platform. Shout out to the judges and the courts in Germany. We need to see more of this type of shit around the world because AI be wrong as hell.
Oh, there is a movement. I don't know if you're aware of this at the moment. I've been following it. There's a movement in Europe at the moment where they're trying to get rid of everything that's American influence in terms of the sort of Microsoft and all of that stuff, because they realize because they realize if the state pushes a switch, Europe goes dark, black, no credits, no credit cards, no nothing.
Visa. It was a Visa.
Visa. Yeah.
Credit card. It was the credit card companies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, it's nasty work out here.
And they lose. That's billions worth of profit that the United States would lose.
For sure,
Billions.
bro. These credit card companies
Even
been
trillions.
scamming people forever, bro. It's necessary. It's necessary for us too. Like credit is necessary for some things, but the way these companies charge these high interest rates and they raise the rates whenever they feel like it, and it's all a trick, bro, to own you one way or another. So
If it's a form of manipulation, control and manipulation, that needs
facts.
to stop.
JP Morgan Chase executive was fired
I also saw this.
for
The Knicks thing,
taking
yeah.
a Knicks themed trash can, dumping it out on the street, and taking it home.
Bro, she wouldn't have got fired if she actually picked up that trash. That's the
She dumped-
dumb ass shit.
You dumped out a trash can on camera. Come on, man. Levi's, one of my favorite brands. Remember when I was telling y'all about how they covered the sign in Levi's Stadium and they pulled it tight to where you can still see and then Levi's leaned into it by posting it on their profile pictures for social.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're
Tell
making
what other companies done that. Go on, sorry.
Oh, Gillette also did it. They made
another one as well.
a shaving cream shaped cover for their sign. Who was the other one?
Heinz.
Heinz.
The black.
Heinz also did a campaign. Pretty much, I'm gonna just call it anti-FIFA. But
Yeah.
no, Levi's.
Just like the band commercial, they blacked out the Heinz rather than the switch.
Yeah.
Round of applause. Go on, sorry, bro, Karen.
Levi's is making jeans with a white tag. An all white tag instead of the red tag.
Genius, because you know what that means? There will be exclusive World Cup jeans. Bro, this is how you do marketing. This is how you win. You don't want us to win? We'll win even when you don't want us to win. That's how you do it.
Move. You gotta move when it's time to move now.
And you could be Skechers, it could be Levi's.
You gotta move when it's time to move. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Ben and Jerry's, famous ice cream brand. Shout out to Ben. Shout out to Jerry. Controversial, rightfully so, because Ben and Jerry are freedom fighters. They ride for the people. Ben and Jerry's in a country that I don't want to say the name of, a country that is very controversial, a country that is very problematic, a country that good people are not fans of at this point in history.
And the people that even hate their own people as well.
Yes. The country that will bomb you and call you a terrorist has co-opted the brand through the parent company and has created Ben and Jerry's blank. Is nasty.
They pretty much stole. They pretty much stole it.
They stole the Ben and Jerry's brand.
Yeah.
Yes. For their own profit, and they're making flavors that neither Ben nor Jerry is cool with on purpose.
Yep. On purpose.
So,
yeah. But this is what colonizers do, though. That's the problem, bro.
Yes. If you happen to know it, I'm gonna leave it there.
Did I send you the story? Did you send it to me? One of the two.
I think I sent it to you.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think you're right. Yeah.
One or the other. Either way, is nasty. Yeah, we're gonna leave it there. There's a store franchise called VGP. Say that 5 times fast. VGP. That is refusing to sell the hard copies of Grand Theft Auto 6 when it releases. Why? Because there's no disc. It's just a box with a download code in it.
But if you like us and you want hard copies, it's coming. Just wait. It might be 2027. There's no rush to get it. Just wait. unless the digital copies are crazy priced at the moment. Like I'm looking $80, and the premium one with the what you call it, Vice City patch or the download to it is $115. Just wait. There's no urgency to play it. I'll play GTA 5 two years after it released. Just wait.
Well, that game been out for 13 years, 14 years, so 2 years ain't long. But
exactly, just wait.
And if you played it on first day like I did, there was a lot less to do when it first came out. However,
there's gonna be loads of downloadable content, bro. Loads of downloadable content.
You saying there's no rush. However,
I know already what you're gonna say, bro.
In the US that has decided they're gonna close. They're gonna cease all operations on Grand Theft Auto 6 release day to avoid all the call outs that they know they're gonna get. This is no bullshit.
Oh,
a whole company has said we're not gonna be open that day because we know we ain't gonna have nobody come to work because all these dudes are gonna be at home coughing in the phone talking about they sick trying to play GTA 6.
Yeah, no, I know. It's being an end, but I'm gonna tell you this now. I don't know if you got this on your list. Hopefully, I haven't kind of butting quickly. The PlayStation 6. Are we in 5 here? PlayStation 6.
Yeah.
Is due to come out in 2027. There's no cap. It's still on course to come out in 2027. It's the fastest.
Like 1200.
It's coming. Like, if you bought the PlayStation 5... When did PlayStation 5 come out? That was in COVID time, yeah?
Yeah,
2019,
2020, something like that.
Yeah, it meets the time frame. Every six to 7 years, PlayStation drop a new console. So 2027, PlayStation 6 is definitely coming out.
Yeah, it's going to be between 1,000 and 1,200. It's pretty much going to be a computer.
Yep.
More so than the 5 is. I'm gonna keep my 5 for some years until we see what's really going on with the 6. And last but not least, Slam Jam has a Jordan 8 coming. Look up the pictures. It looks. I ain't gonna say how I feel it. It looks different. I'll just say that. And also,
I thought you were gonna say Common the Garçon got a pair of late 8s coming.
Do they?
Might as well be.
The fuck out of here. Slam Jam Jordan 8, and also for all the shit that I talked about the Air Max Liquid, they got a different-ish version. The Air Max Liquid Black Metallic. Amen.
Let me look that up now.
Amen.
Black Metallic.
Look it up. Look it up. It's not the Air Max Liquid that we've been seeing.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it yet.
What you say?
I can't see it. I can't see it yet.
Hold on, let me find it.
Hey, if you can find it, you can.
I know I got it. It's on my list.
Is it all blacked out?
No. It's black gray with the orange air bubble.
Okay. I haven't seen it yet. Right.
Where is it? I'll show it to you.
Was,
yeah. Let me give a quick shout out to Kiana Kilolo.
Oh, I just seen it.
Got a scholarship to Alabama State University for flag football. She has signed with Adidas. That's it.
I ain't mad.
I ain't mad.
I agree with you. That's probably the best variation.
Yeah. Best one I've seen so far. So yeah, that's it, man. Shout out to Kiana Kilolo.
Okie dokie. Let's just quickly do this and we can call it. 2 seconds. This week I'm doing it. The good, the bad, the ugly this week. The good is all of the actual connections we're making on the social platforms. Thank you for coming through and having the comments with us. We love all the comments. We all love all the discussions. So thank you guys for coming through. The bad this week is StockX and their bullshit authentication process. How are you going to authenticate a sneaker that is used because you can't even authenticate real pairs? And the ugly this week is that Sumo suit and the Clellingtons. I actually hope they make an actual tournament for rich people where you just wear Clellingtons with those actually make them Cleats and Wellingtons, and they actually make a contest. That'd be quite funny. But that's the ugly for this week. Paris Fashion Week has produced some good stuff. Paris Fashion produced bad stuff, and Paris Fashion Week has produced some amazingly ugly stuff like that Rick Owens sumo suit. I would actually want to get down and play sumo in it, if I'm honest. But that was the good, the bad, and the ugly for this week. That's the only selling point for that suit, by the way. They're the good, the bad, and the ugly for this week. and that was the show, bro.
All right, man. We gave y'all 2 hours and 45 minutes of our lives. I hope y'all appreciate it. Like, we appreciate y'all. Everybody that made it to the end from the beginning. We should have some good clips this week.
Yeah, for sure. Some rants, some funny stuff. So hopefully, yeah, enjoy, and we will definitely keep rocking. We will have more guests coming along during July time and August time. So watch out for that. Thank you guys, all the guests that come along as well. Thank you for your inputs. Thank you for Collie as well, and thank you for Inkix We Trust as well, for keeping it real and always shouting us out whenever possible, which is great. Thank you guys.
Facts. Don't post my rants. Appreciate everybody. I need y'all to have a great day, a great week, great month. Continue to have a great year. And please do buy what you like, rock what you like, and don't believe the hype, despite what we say.
Yeah.
And remember, sneakers don't make you cool.
You make the sneakers cool. Remember that, guys. That's important.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Peace out.
Peace.